Dresser like a bandit. Oh my, why you scared? There ain't no need.
And this episode of Noonish is brought to you by JW Compass, Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey, High Energy Models and Events, the original Shot Sock, not without my Shot Socks, and Specs, Wine, Spirits, and the Finer Foods. Man, here we go. Welcome to Season 3 of Noonish, y'all. Man, we are so excited to bring to you this awesome show today. First, I'd like y'all to go out, like, share, and subscribe this page, this episode, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, whatever platform you're watching currently. Y'all go and like, share, and subscribe to this thing, man. Man, we back, y'all. That's a nice long break right there.
That was a nice long break.
Good.
I'm your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson, coming at you with our awesome co-host, starting with Mr. Jonas Bull. I like to call him El Grande Toro in the house. Oh, bringing him back. Hey, the Bullhorns go nowhere. They go nowhere. And you also know who's in the building. Man, this half man, half amazing. Always on time. My boy MC. My boy MC, Mark Clayton in the house, man. Mr. Hands. Hey, you know we got the PD coming up, man.
Absolutely.
We got one more exciting special guest to introduce you. I don't needs no introduction, you know. Everybody want to know what Rae's take is, but hey, man, this is Mr. Rae Edwards in the house, man.
With that introduction, I was looking for somebody else to come through the door.
Hey, man, hey, bro. Hey, man, you know, hey, I'm glad we saw you. You so fast, dog. It's hard to see this man at times, bro. Fly right by you like the Flash.
Flash.
Okay, let's turn that.
Let's turn that mic on.
Okay.
Oh.
There it is.
Guess what?
What's that?
That's usually how I start stuff off.
Hey, we on that. We on,
like,
man.
We here.
See me first.
Yeah, bro.
See me, then hear me.
Right, what's good, man? What you been up to, bro, man? It's a lot has started up since the last time we was meeting around this table, bro.
Man, first of all, congratulations to y'all for season 3.
I appreciate it, man.
Pretty amazing. And I like that the only thing that really stayed the same in here was that right there.
That screwball.
The screwball.
Hey,
I'm glad y'all. I like all the new stuff.
Speaking of, hey, before we get started, how about one of that PED,
you know,
performance enhancing toast,
you know,
screwball whiskey and a half.
Yo.
Outside that, I love everything. I love the setup. I love all this stuff, man.
Good.
For me, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah.
I've been on 2 different time zones.
Man.
I've been on Tokyo time zone. I've been on America time zone.
Yeah, I'm wondering how the footage coming out.
Look
like,
here,
is it nighttime?
Man, listen, look here, man. I don't have these glasses on because I'm trying to be cool. I have these glasses on because I don't want y'all to see these bags underneath my eyes, these red eyes I got. I'm caffeined up because like the whole Tokyo time, I've had to report like literally right after the events that went off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the events are going off in the morning, you know, because they a whole week ahead.
Yeah.
When it's, you know, I'm up at 5 in the morning to catch the semis and then the finals. And then I still have to be in America and then do all my stuff at the gym all day.
Yep.
And then as soon as I get done with the gym at 7:38, now it's the next day over there. And now Tokyo starting in the morning. So I'm up all night watching races and then I'm reporting those races. Yeah, Tokyo, I've been getting like 4 hours of sleep. I'm about ready for the closing ceremony.
No sleep.
Wow.
Y'all don't hear my voice. I'm losing it now.
Hey, it's all good,
You
man.
can't lose no voice, boy.
Let me tell you, you've been entertaining
impossible.
people, man, with some good information. And we're going to get to those Olympics after a while, bro. But how you liking it, man? The whole race, like, it kind of just jumped off and took off real quick, didn't it?
Man, it actually took off by mistake.
Yeah.
Like literally, I was in a Facebook group, and it was right when track season started when Sha'Carri was, you know, dropping those fast times.
Yep.
So I was debating with somebody in the group, and I was like, I know too much about track and field. I got too much to say for these thumbs.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, I'm gonna do a YouTube video. So I did a YouTube video about what I was trying to explain in the group, and then I dropped it back in the group like, here, this is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
And then that YouTube video ended up getting like 1,000-some views, and people was, you know, commenting on and everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Instead of me type in the things I have to say in this group. I'm just gonna start doing videos.
Yeah.
And then what ended up happening was, and like I did like the first 4 videos, and they all hit like over 1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
Wow.
And the group that I was putting it in, they kind of had a problem with it because the track and field group, and they was like, you can't be in here promoting yada yada yada. I'm like, I'm not promoting nothing. I don't even make no money off this. I'm a long-winded person. I can't text it.
Yeah.
Long story short, they ended up kicking me out of that group.
Yeah, so that was still on Facebook.
Yeah, it's on Facebook. They ended up kicking me out of that group.
More Facebook censorship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Facebook didn't do it. Some of the
community.
did.
But you had a situation with YouTube, didn't you?
I answered it on YouTube as
Like
well.
so you moved from Facebook to YouTube.
Yep.
And you still got the boot.
Well, no,
YouTube
YouTube.
got
I
you?
beat YouTube.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but they gave you the boot like.
Well,
initially.
it really wasn't YouTube. This year, it really wasn't YouTube. It was another media outlet that does track and field stuff.
Do they do it on YouTube?
They do it on YouTube as well.
Okay.
And what happened was they had, so at YouTube, you gotta know, if you get 3 copyright claims, you're done.
Yeah.
So they actually gave me 2 of them, right? One of them, it was when I first started and I didn't understand the rules or whatever.
Yeah.
So the 2 copyright claims they gave me, I didn't take the footage from their actual platform.
Yeah.
So I'm emailing them and I'm telling them. So I'm on Twitter and I'm blasting them about, hey man, like y'all need to fix this because I didn't take your stuff.
Yeah.
So then I contacted YouTube. I did a counterclaim and then they wrote me back and was like, well, you pretty much the company, you pretty much got 3 options of what you can do. One was like you can cease and desist. Or 2, you can get an attorney, to fight your claim.
Yeah.
Or 3, you can pretty much just cease and desist.
Yeah. Wow.
They pretty much tried a bully tactic.
So really 2 options.
Yeah, but they didn't know that I actually had an attorney. That was the funny part.
Yeah.
So then when I responded back with I tagged my attorney in this email. You guys can go forward with it from there. And at the end of the day, my attorney was like, just sum it up, y'all don't really want to go to court.
Yeah.
No,
So
they don't.
they ended up taking the claims off,
Yeah.
and then they also ended up saying, we pretty much would like for you to help us now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they went from banning me to asking for my help.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. My
So
lawyers.
how's that?
Shout out to my lawyers.
Shout out to
So
the
now
lawyers.
it's like a monetary. Is there monetary value from that agreement?
I would go with yes.
Yeah.
Yes. As long as I stay within the rules of what we've agreed upon, which is they want me to, if I'm talking about races, they would like for me to use their footage. But they pretty much, to make it make sense, they didn't want me airing whole races because that's what they have a license to do, which I understood once they explained it to me. And they was like, you're airing the entire race before anybody can get it because I got connections.
Yeah.
Why? Because I got people there like, hey, record that for me. And so then, it was just matching. And, but at the end of the day, we got it all figured out, got it all situated. And,
bro, like I'm sitting here wondering, I'm like, all right, so he watching it. I'm flipping the channels like, how's this dude watching this right now? It ain't even, it's not even on TV yet.
Yeah, it ain't. And
Yeah,
that's the beauty of Rae's take for track and field because I'm able to, and that's why, like, in my first 45 days, I don't know anything about YouTube analytics and nothing like that, but everybody kept telling me, they was like, bro, you goated YouTube. I was like, what are y'all talking about? You hit over 1,000 subscribers in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy,
That's
bro.
not normal. That's what I was doing. I was like,
Absolutely
that ain't normal.
not.
And then when I hit the 3,000 marker, like last week, I hit 3,000 with the first 2 months.
Yeah.
And so for me, because I'm not doing it for the subscriptions. I'm doing it
for
because
yourself.
this is what
I'm
I got
trying
shit
to express
say.
myself.
And
And
I'm
you
trying
hit
to talk about
And you
it.
hit a niche space that not too many people are focusing on in track.
Yeah.
A lot of people love it.
Yeah.
A lot of people love track. I watch track.
Yeah.
I watch track any time of the year. If I'm flipping through the channels and I see some sprints are on at 400, 201, I'll even start watching the mile now because these cats are running unbelievable times, bro. 800 is a fun race to watch.
Yeah.
So mile and under, bro, I'm probably tuning in. And like any time of the year, indoor, outdoor, don't matter. So you hit a niche space that a lot of people don't really think about. But the insight that you have is what's incredible. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, I think if you don't like track, you start watching Rae's take, and you'll start liking track because of Rae's take.
Yeah,
I appreciate you saying that because a lot of people have reached out to me and said just that. Like, man, I've never even really watched track, but after watching your show, now I'm starting to like actually watch track because I can understand it now.
Yeah.
And that was my whole reasoning for having Rae's take. I was like, no, bro, like it's too much misinformation on track and field, and that's why as athletes of track and field we don't get the the sponsorships that we need. We don't get the the love that we actually deserve, because most people think that, like I told y'all when I was here on that show, people think that we train for the Olympics only, not understanding that we got like a whole season.
Year-round.
Yeah.
So my whole thing was to bridge that gap to where, people in America, because worldwide they know this. America just don't know this. So my whole thing was bringing track and field to the living rooms of the average American, so they understand what it is.
Yeah.
And just help push the sport forward. And I'll say this, the one thing that, being able to get people like Trayvon Bromell, when everybody's like, what happened? What's going on? Like, I mean, you name it, ESPN, everybody want to know what happened. Then he's like, I'm going to go to Rae's Take. And I'm gonna tell y'all through Rae's Take. That type of stuff. Even with Fred Curley, before he got his silver medal, he came on the show. And then as soon as he got his, like, I'm going back on Rae's Take.
Yeah.
So to be able to get those type of interviews and
Real time,
and
right
people,
now action.
even when Sha'Carri stuff happened, to be able to go straight to John Drummond and say, hey, come on my show and clear it up so people can understand it.
Former Grace Prep coach.
Yeah. So that's the whole beauty behind Rae's Take, man. Just to try and make sure that to squash any type of misinformation that the regular world to get about track athletes, because we all know once the headlines say something, people gonna run with it unless that's factual, unless you can come back and like, no, that's not how it works. That's not what happened. That's this, that, and that.
Yeah.
And
The
then that
damage has been done.
It helps kind of save that person or whatever.
Yeah.
But long story short, I love Rae's Take.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So,
It's a lot of work though.
And you kind of just went over it real quick, and so the whole Sha'Carri situation is very similar to Sha'Carri. I'm sorry, I call it Sha'Carri.
Well, I gotta check you because they checked me for months.
Okay, so I'm checking
I'm checking
everything. Oh, Sha'Carri from now on. Sha'Carri from now on. R.I.P. Sha'Carri. So Sha'Carri, the whole situation with Sha'Carri, very similar to what happened with Simone Biles, right? But from a different perspective, different aspect of it, right? Completely different, but kind of similar. I'm saying from the mental side of things, right? It's a mental health situation that caused both of those happenings to happen, right? So, how do you feel about that whole Sha'Carri situation that took place, right? And does the board or the whole Olympic committee, they need to change some things about some rules in that thing from your perspective?
The answer to that question is yes, but I won't blame the Olympic committee. I blame USADA more than anything, because USADA is the ones that's in charge. They're in charge of they're in charge of the entire rule list of what you can and cannot do.
Yeah.
And I fought them more than anything because back in 2004, if this was 2000, no, let me say it right. If it was 2003, she would have been able to compete.
Yeah.
If it was 2000 Olympic, she'd have been able to compete.
Really?
No, yeah.
crazy.
They didn't change that list. They didn't change that to
USADA?
2004. Yeah, USADA.
What does that mean?
United States Anti-Doping Agency.
So that was not that was not a thing.
Not until 2004.
Wow.
2004, they added to the list. Basically, the reasoning isn't because they feel like it's a performance enhancement drug, because it was literally a drug then. Like at that point, if you get pulled over weed, you going to jail.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they did it for that reasoning. And now what everybody is saying, like, hey, marijuana laws aren't the same.
Yeah.
And marijuana is not helping you.
Enhancer.
Well,
It don't make you faster.
That's
That's how people say.
Does it make you faster?
No.
Let me be clear.
No.
Hold on. I'm gonna be politically
know.
correct, because that's why I do Rae's Take, and I'm gonna be Rae's Take on y'all show. You damn right it help you. It do.
What, with recovery?
It helps you with recovery.
Focus.
It helps you with
anti-inflammatory.
Focus. Thank you. Anti-inflammatory.
Allows the
relaxation.
muscle fibers to
Yep, recover faster.
Yeah, but I mean, is it doing anything else that ibuprofen couldn't do for you?
Exactly.
Ibuprofen,
It's anti-inflammatory. It's an
Ibuprofen
anti-inflammatory.
is a chemical.
Is it banned?
No, that's the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Watch
We're talking
this.
natural
Right.
versus chemical.
Exactly. That's why I tell everybody. If I'm sore and I got inflammation, it's real bad.
Yep.
If I go take me 10 Advils,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Boom.
good chance
Done.
in the hospital tonight, and I might not see mama tomorrow.
Yeah.
But if I go and I have an edible that got them same 50 milligrams in it, guess what's going to happen? It's going away. I'm going to be
sleep
relaxed.
like a
I'm going to go
motherfucker. Yeah.
sleep.
Sleep like a-
Yeah.
So for now, I'm on the fence now. It's like, well, it actually is a
Absolutely.
performance enhancement drug,
Yeah.
but
It's more of a drug. but it's not
Technically.
performance
technically,
enhancing.
it's not performance
I
enhancement.
mean, what drug is not performance enhancing? Is what I'm
Touche.
getting
There
at.
you go.
Psychologically
Right?
there
too.
you go.
So-
There you go.
Like
Well,
yeah.
and beyond that, even they're starting to have and I want to get. We actually saved this conversation for today.
Oh,
But I wanted, because now they're talking about some of the Nike shoes and some of the other, like I think Adidas has a pair that they're talking about.
Yeah,
calling
like the shoes
that
I got on right now.
technological
Advanced enhancing product.
And I'm like, okay,
performance enhancing products.
Do we just have everybody run barefoot? I mean, what's the?
We can take it
I
back.
mean, what's
It's certain shoes that they're banning, bro. Like you can't wear a certain pair of Nikes in long distance races.
I saw that.
Right.
Like,
so where's
I saw
the
that.
like this somewhere there's got to be a line where people say, all right, look.
But they let Oscar Pistorius
This is kind of silly.
Yeah, that's a performance enhancer. That
Bro, he got boings on.
Boing, boing, boing.
On his legs.
Like
on his
official
knees.
boing boings.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo,
Well,
let everybody wear the same thing,
all right,
put the
so
same
let's-
thing, just level the playing
so
field,
that
and you'll see.
It's so hard
that
to
looks
level the playing
obvious,
field in track
right?
and field.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
look at the weightlifters. Like they got gloves. They got the grip stuff.
Yep.
Chalk. LeBron James.
Yep.
Right. So all of that stuff is performance enhancing.
Yeah.
Really.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get right down to it.
Yeah.
You mentioned
But they
earlier,
all
like
use
if you
it.
drink
Yeah.
if you drink a couple of Coca-Colas, get some caffeine in you.
The,
Like
that's-
the little leotards they wearing versus the shorts that Karl Malone and the shirts not Karl Malone, Carl Lewis used to wear back in the day.
Yeah.
I thought that
Right?
was
Yep.
for my benefit.
See,
When they
They might have helped you out a couple times.
I think the problem is that and I'm just gonna say it, the people who are in charge of, track and field and most of the decisions that get made in track and field, they, to me, and again, I'm Rae's take, they're stupids, okay?
Yeah.
That's what I say on Rae's take. On Rae's take, you're either jack, which is, is a cool person, or you're a stupid. Track and field is ran by a bunch of stupids.
Yeah.
Just like what you're saying is like, why would you ban a shoe that's going to give somebody, an extra advantage?
Exactly.
Okay, so does that mean when you play football, if you put on some gloves, is that extra advantage?
exactly.
Did they try and ban it?
Nope.
No, they say all y'all
Everybody
can
wear 'em.
Yeah. Everybody can wear them.
Or if somebody do feel more confident without them hoes, you don't gotta wear them.
Yeah,
It's
And they
their
do.
choice. It's
Your choice.
It's
Yeah.
your choice. If you want to be the person to say, you know what, these new Boeings on these spikes, I don't feel them.
Yeah.
Okay, then you need to give the
Yeah.
athlete the option to do that.
right.
In track and field, I feel like, and that's again why I created Rae's take. Athletes don't have a single voice at all because an average athlete would be like, "Nah, I want the option. Don't tell me no, you can't because it's gonna help you run faster." I'm trying to run faster, Jack. That's the whole point. I want to run faster. So,
Right.
yeah, don't try
Yeah.
and ban the shoe. Like, and it's because. So if you're with Adidas, you can't wear Nike apparel,
Oh,
of course.
right,
If you're
right.
with Nike, you can't wear Adidas.
Yep.
So they're saying it's unfair because Nike has created
They
it,
have
so
a-
we got to
a
ban it.
competitive
No,
advantage.
exactly. That's not Nike's fault. That's your fault.
Yeah.
HR.
Yeah.
You got to go hire a smarter person.
Exactly.
Like,
go get that design
Yeah, you
team
gotta
up
go
to
get
snuff.
get the designer team up. There ain't no such thing as
You better get some stickers and some
Yeah.
Nikes and
Now we're getting into your
Yeah,
Formula
that's-
One field.
that's
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Like shit.
Track and
we
field,
just got
man.
better. Sorry, like, we got better tech.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
We may
Sorry,
talk about
not
that
sorry.
later. Well, let me ask you this because we actually did have a few kicking back and forth on Instagram, I think, about this. But so I'm going to ask you from the perspective of the devil's advocate, the U.S. USADA advocate. So what the thing that they keep saying that they say trumps the fairness aspect of it is safety of the athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So they're saying that some of these performance enhancing drugs are long term dangerous to the athlete.
Mm-hmm.
What you as somebody who's been competed at that level, and you guys too, but just like what's your take on that? Like, how do you feel about that particular aspect of it?
They're actually 100% correct, But I always like to again play devil's advocate. But then I always use the term "be fair." Okay,
Right.
We all know that this right here, we're enjoying it. Okay?
Right.
It's delicious. It's gonna get us to a certain point where we gotta say stop.
Yep.
All right.
That's right.
Yep.
If you don't say stop,
Yep.
then guess what?
Yep.
It's your
It
damn
ain't gonna
fault.
be good.
Exactly.
You know
Everything
what
after
it
that,
is.
Right.
You know what it is.
You
On
ain't
you.
accountable.
It's the same thing
Yeah.
with any type of prescription, it's gonna say take 1 or 2.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
if you do more than that, that's your fault,
That's
Jack.
on you.
Yep.
When it comes to like you saw the saying, it's gonna be a health benefit. Yeah, but again, just like with everything else, give the athletes let them make that decision. You don't make that decision because you may have one athlete that may take it overboard, just like with drinking. You may have one person take it overboard and go get a DUI or
or a lot,
or
Frank the Tank,
or something like that.
Run through the quad butt naked.
Thank you. You don't need to punish everybody and say, well, take liquor off the shelf completely then. No, you just put a label on it.
Exactly.
And I've always said that when it comes to performance-enhancing drugs, you put the label on it and say, hey, this can cause this. Just like cigarettes. It says this can cause cancer. Now, it's up to you.
You
Whether
can die.
you want to buy this or not.
Exactly.
But we told you.
Exactly.
I don't feel like it should be your solid discretion to tell people what they can and cannot put in their body.
Yeah.
So here's where I would, and I think this is where the nuance comes into it, and I would very much value your opinion on this level. So I think we were all 100% on the same page there. However, a lot of the people that compete at the Olympics, especially, are, we saw the skateboarders that were 13-year-old. A lot of the gymnasts
Young
are
bones.
15, 14, 15-year-old girls and guys. A lot of people there that are competing at that level, at that particular type of event, are not just like a little bit underage. They're a lot underage, and we don't let them buy alcohol. We don't let them smoke cigarettes officially. There's a lot of things that we don't let them have a choice in. So when you're talking about kids that are that age, who gets to decide for them? Like what's your feeling on that? And I'm not trying to put you on the spot personally, but like I think this is a discussion that needs to be had. And as you pointed out, the people in charge are not having that discussion openly about what should be your choice, what should be, what should somebody who's capable of putting themselves in physical harm, in the way of physical harm, because even running around the track can be, you can blow out an ankle or a knee doing
Heat stroke around here.
Heat stroke around here. No shit. But like we're okay with you. I guess that's what I'm asking is like, we want to say, well, if it's this kind of thing, you're not allowed to have the choice. But as long as you're doing it in something that we all can look at and enjoy, then we're okay with you blowing out your knee or breaking your ankle or what that the one girl did on the not this Olympics, but broke her ankle.
It was Kerry Scruggs.
Yeah.
It still ended up landing the
and everybody's cheering
vault.
for that. But like if somebody were to be taken whatever and have some kind of issue as a result of that, we'd be, oh, what a terrible person. And there's something wrong with that. Like we got some kind of weird
control
dispersion of the opinion.
Yeah.
But what do you think about that?
Who should have control?
Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna use the same slogan that I used last time I was here. We were talking track and field. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you go if you under 18 and you got to go to the position, who's making the decision?
The parents.
Thank you.
Guardians.
There it is. It's that simple. Like if you're underage, okay, well, if we're still talking about the same thing, Olympics and all that stuff, and it's a parental decision now.
And the parents want to give you that Drago.
Exactly. If your parents want to say, you know what, I've done the research, this is not going to affect my child as long as they take this. Because let's just be honest. There's a lot of kids who've had to take HGH.
Yeah.
Now that's a hard performance.
Even asthmatics that take steroids in their
exactly. So it's like, but it's the doctor explained to them why. Like your child needs to take this HGH because of this or that. So again, if we're talking about performance enhancement drugs, let me just say this right here. I really feel like they need to completely take drug off of that.
Yeah.
Because it needs to just be performance enhancement. Because when you add the title drug, it automatically spins a negative connotation on no matter what. It just needs to be performance enhancement because if I got a 15-year-old that's getting ready to go to the Olympics, and I know a B12 shot is going to help,
That's a performance enhancer.
that's a performance enhancer. But guess what? I'm the parent.
It's a vitamin.
So shoot my child up with, I want his B12 levels through the roof.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yep.
You know, or if I want a vitamin infusion, give my
Yep.
child a vitamin infusion.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's not going to do nothing but give them their body what it needs.
Yeah.
And but to them, that's performance enhancement.
Yeah.
So it's like, to answer that question, now you just give that to the parents. That's their decision making.
Yeah.
It needs to be in the hands of the athletes to decide what they can and cannot take.
Yeah.
Because then, like I've always said, in order to clean up the sport, you got to just completely get rid of it and let everybody do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Because if
Straight Oregon.
just let it go. Yeah, just take everything out. Because, I mean, we can just go as society. The reason why we do so much stuff that we're not supposed to do is because we're told we can't do it. If you tell us we can't, then guess what?
Then you're gonna do it.
We gonna do it.
Exactly.
If you tell us we can, well, it ain't no fun in that.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
if you start telling folks, hey, now guess what? It's a free for all. Everybody can take it. Then guess what's gonna happen? Folks gonna stop taking it because now it's like, well, I ain't got no edge because everybody can do it.
Yeah. Right.
Now you actually got a clean sport.
Yeah.
No matter what, you got a clean sport. Why? Because chances are the price of actual performance enhancement that these people are using gonna come all the way down.
Yeah.
It's just gonna come all the way down, and then you don't have that one person or that one country or that one team. Not insinuating anything, but I'm just saying you don't have that one person, that one country, that one team that's continuing to dominate. Because their doping system isn't the same as our doping
and it's ahead
system.
of the curve.
Well,
It's ahead of the curve.
I mean, they still gonna take that shit.
The cheaters will always be ahead
They will.
of
The non-cheaters,
the testers,
basically.
right?
For sure.
But it's not even
when
that.
they get caught,
It's not
We're
even
not
that. We
gonna
don't
catch
even
up.
have the same. I don't know if people notice, but I'm saying on y'all show because I've said it on my show and people in track and field didn't know it. We're not all governed by the same laws and rules
Okay.
at all whatsoever. Like what's on our WADA sends out a complete list of what you can and cannot take, and it's the World Anti-Doping Agency, right?
yeah,
It's up to that country to administer that though, because WADA don't come. So it's up to America to administer the rules. It's up to Jamaica to administer the rules. It's up to Denmark to administer the rules. It's up to whatever Canada, whatever country
so
you
if
in.
those countries are not administering these rules, these athletes can be
Sweeping.
dibbling and dabbling
And whatever.
with these substances
HGH.
all up until this time for the actual where they've already received the results from the substance, but now they just have to pass this Olympic committee.
Which you're
test,
gonna
whatever
pass
it is,
now
right?
because
You
you're
knew how
gonna
much
pass
time
it
it
because you
was.
knew how much time you had to
But
get
you've
off
already
of it.
received the benefits.
You already got the benefits of it now.
Yep.
Why do
Oh,
you have
yeah,
benefits
when it's in
of
your
it?
system.
That
It's
makes
already,
sense.
you got
You
the
ride that
benefits
out.
because your actual doping agency for your country didn't administer the rules.
Yeah.
They was like, okay, we got the list.
Oh man,
We're never gonna test you though.
That's
the
like,
thing.
that's like a private organization versus a public organization. You got a lot more red tape with these public organizations than you do in these private organizations.
Yep.
So if your organization is the United States of America, you got a lot of red tape.
Thank you.
But if it's Jamaica or one of these smaller countries that doesn't really have the infrastructure that we have set up here, the government that we have set up here, they're not gonna have as much red tape.
Nope.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right, so this is why we got so many silver medals. We're like king of the silver and bronze this Olympics, dog.
Look, I'll tell you like this here. And I don't give a damn because I said on my show.
Yeah.
For Team USA, this was probably our cleanest Olympics.
Yeah, and we're still
As
competing.
far as the athletes, it's probably our cleanest Olympics ever. And I'm going all the way back to, you can take it all the way back to 88.
Yeah.
Wow.
This one right here is our cleanest Olympics as far as Team USA goes.
In '88, that's when Carl Lewis lost to old boy from Canada.
What I'm saying, you can go all the way back to that. Ever since then,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's because, well, one thing is the age range, if you've noticed, has completely shifted. You got a lot of college kids that's at Olympic Games now.
Oh, yeah.
You got a lot of college kids. You got
It's a
a
high
lot of
school
young
kid.
people. And high school kids.
Yeah.
High school, college, younger. You don't even know who to talk to get a PED.
Yeah.
You have no clue. Like, you
Yeah.
have no clue to talk to.
It was
so,
what, a 17-year-old got fourth place in 100?
in the 200.
In the 200?
Knighton did. Man. Now again, I'm not saying that any other country had to always get his
American.
I'm not saying no other country is taking stuff. I'm just saying make your own decision based off the information I'm giving.
Hey man,
that's what I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
So, last question I got right for bro. So I was looking forward to.
You like the cue of the Olympics.
Yeah. So I was looking forward to watching you run, dog. Like, and I saw you started your training and preparation, bro, because you were gonna run for Nigeria, correct?
I'm glad I didn't, but keep going.
And you had an injury, right?
I had a couple of them.
Is that what kept you from running in the Olympics?
Yep.
So what happened, bro?
Well, actually,
that age, Father Time, dog.
It wasn't Father Time, man. It was stupidity. You know,
going too.
So
hard?
I will say, Father Time. I will say that because Father Time made me stupid because now I'm realizing, and it's not that I'm 40. Okay, it's the time that I've put on these legs and my body getting prepared. I mean, because I gotta tell everybody, it was 21 years ago when I ran 10-1. Yeah. Literally, I ran 10-14 21 years ago.
21.
And then 2003, I ran 10-0.
I was about to say, you ran 10-0.
So like, I've been running like for over 18 years. Every single year, I've been putting my body through the ringer. Yeah. And it's just like, even though at 40, I feel good, I can do stuff. The wear and tear is what got me.
Gotcha.
So I went out one day getting ready to do a heel workout, but the people I trained was doing it, and you know they always talk trash, so I got in it. I was like, man, I will show y'all. Granted, I did dust them, but at the account of me tearing the muscle in my foot, immediately. And then once that was healed, I got so super strong from doing upper body stuff. I went out to my first track meet, and I literally ripped my deltoid.
Wow!
Right here, I had 2 tears. I went and got an MRI and everything.
Running?
Like, I got the MRI and everything. I had 2 tears right here, like from here to doing that, like rapidly over and over and over again. First track meet, when this was all over with, and I was like, as soon as I felt it, I was like, something ain't right. Yeah. And then I got like 10 meters out, and then I just kind of started doing this, and I was like, it's torn. Like I knew it. I was like, I mean, I've been running for so long. You know when shit torn, like it's torn. Yeah. So I went right to my medical staff that was there, and then after I said, Cammy, it's torn. It's torn. And then she was like doing this, just trying to raise. She was like, raise. I was like, it ain't raising. She was like, yeah, it's probably going to be torn. Man. But then when it got the MRI, I was like, yep, 2 of them right here. Yeah. And then my dumb tail was like, you know what? My leg's still good. So I got my team to shoot me up. But when I got shot up, it was with cortisone. Yeah. I ain't get shot up with no
cortisone?
Yeah, so I didn't feel it.
That was it?
That's all I got. I got cortisone. No, I'm lying. I got cortisone and anesthesia. Yeah. So he gave me an anesthesia shot and a cortisone shot because I only had 2 races that I could, try and qualify in. Yeah. So when I went out there, when he first gave me the cortisone anesthesia shot, I felt nothing. In the hallway, I was like, oh, it's gonna work. And then he was like, yeah, but when you get done, you actually open it's gonna be gone. Yeah. So then, make a long story short, he timed the window wrong because it wore off before I got there. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. And then as soon as I got ready to start practicing, and I ripped it.
And brought
oh, no. No go?
No
Couldn't
go.
even do it, man.
Game time. Game, set, match. But then, like I told everybody, man, I didn't care, and I still don't care because I'm at that point now to where I'm just doing it just because I can. Yeah. But because I'm connected to so many athletes and I'm motivating and helping and pushing them, like I told my clients, I may not be in Tokyo, but you best believe my name is floating all the way through Tokyo. Yeah, bro. So I'm still there in spirit. And that's all that matters to me.
That's crazy, man.
So, what you about to say? Well, I got another question, but go ahead. What you
I was about to say, like, it's a blessing how things even happen without even trying. Like, you just started Rae's Take without that, just by what happened on Facebook, just going and starting something. Now the following, and now you're getting interviews from people that they in Tokyo that the large networks wish they could. Yeah. And had none of this stuff taking place, you never would have. Yeah. Possibly never would have started any of this stuff.
Right. God always has a plan. That's all I like to say.
1,000%.
And I do look at it now to where what I'm doing now, I love 10 times more than if I had been over there running.
Look like you're having fun, bro.
Oh, I'm having, man, y'all have no idea how much fun it is because it's like I'm still connected to the sport, but from a different way.
Yeah, a little distance.
If it wasn't for the athletes, I'm not gonna say athlete. If it wasn't for the athletes and the fans, man, I wouldn't even be doing it because it's like everybody just gravitated to me, like Rae's Take. I mean, magnetic. Everybody, like
magnetic is what we call it.
Literally, even Trayvon, when he was on the show, Trayvon told me, he said, "I'm gonna be honest with you. every time you dropped the Rae's take, I watched it.
Yeah.
And then he was like, literally, even when you was telling me that wasn't good enough, he said, I was on the phone with my agent. Give me another race. As soon as I got through running, I went right to Rae's take. Like, let me see what Rae say.
Yeah.
Oh, Rae said it ain't good enough. Give me another race.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, I know I just ran 9. I know he got to say something good now.
Yeah.
And then he was like, you finally was like, all right, I'll take that. Yeah. And I was like, I knew it. I was ready then. I'm like, man, the U.S. champ. I done motivated the U.S. champ the whole season to keep pushing it. Like, nah, I'm finna show Rae. But I heard those stories from security camp, from everybody. Like, the minute I was saying something like, nope, that ain't it.
Yeah.
They would go back and be like, all right, mother trucker. Like, security, like when she came back and dropped that 21 and 200 and pointed, everybody was like, you know she was talking to you. I was like, yeah, I know. I know. I respect it.
You engage. That's your personality though. Like it's like that DB that just talk shit.
Yep.
Like he just loud. Like it just make you want to just do shit. Like I got it. Whatever.
Yeah. And then soon you do it, that DB like, all right, you got me.
You're like, all right, that's good. That's good.
Respect. That's kind of like when Shaq did whatever with Donovan Mitchell. You know.
Oh, exactly.
He talked smack to Donovan Mitchell.
When he dropped 50, whatever he did.
Yeah, bro. He got first place on the, he was injured for a lot of the time, but he came back and did his thing in the playoffs. Bro, just motivated him, bro.
About a month ago, I said it on one of my shows when somebody said, well, it's a win-win no matter what.
Yeah.
Because if they don't like what I'm saying and they want to shut me up, does that hurt them?
Nope. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
It don't hurt them at all. So it's a win no matter what. It's a win-win.
Exactly.
Because if you hear what I'm saying, because they've all, kind of said, no, he know what he's talking about, and you see the stuff I'm talking about, and you go fix it, it's a win for you.
Yeah, it's also the person, though. Coming from somebody, it's a place of love, right? It ain't coming from no place of hate or bitterness.
It could come from a place of hate or bitterness.
It could, but I'm saying,
and it's still, it's not.
No,
but it could, and still
Absolutely.
the result can be the same.
Absolutely.
But so going back, so we've been talking about doping and regulating the sport and so on and so forth. So I want to talk about like vaccination, like you kind of see the mandatory vaccination coming downhill. How you feel about that in regards to that decision should be the athletes and or their families?
That's a good question. I got to answer it 2 ways. All right. One way, as a person, I almost kind of feel like it's our civic duty to be vaccinated. Not because of us or we're afraid of it or whatever, but so that we don't be walking around as a loaded gun. You know what I'm saying? And like I told people that before, I'm strongly against vaccinations. Why? Because if you just have a healthy lifestyle, healthy diet, and take care of yourself, you don't need a vaccination. I get that part. But sometimes I feel like in this situation, you have to almost sacrifice your know-how for mankind, because it's not a lot of people that's smart enough to take care of themselves. So it's like, well, damn, I'm going to do it just so I don't be walking around with a loaded gun. Now, as an athlete, the vaccination, from what I've been told, because I haven't gotten a vaccination, to be honest with you. I haven't gotten one yet at all. I said that y'all got to go through all the Apple phones first. Y'all got to go through all of them first. You going to have to get sick off me then, Jack. Until y'all go through about 3 versions of this iPhone, I ain't taking a damn. But as far as the athletes that, track and field athletes, I'll say, sadly, man, the vaccination sucks, but because we got to travel so much, it's a double-edged sword. We can't win with the vaccination. We cannot win because we know it's not going to help our bodies. It's going to hurt our bodies by getting that vaccination, no matter what.
That's crazy.
But then at the same time, because we travel so much, we the ones that's really walking around like loaded guns. Like, think about right now, they all the way in Tokyo, and then some of them going to stop in other countries and other countries, so you are actually more prone to catching it as a track athlete. So it's just a double-edged sword, man. It's like, damn.
So when you say loaded gun, what do you mean by that?
Well, because what I mean by walking around with a loaded gun, right now I know 2 people that got COVID, right? And from all the information I've understood about COVID is it's passed by person to person. Okay, I'm healthy as hell, so it's not going to bother me if I catch it. I just got to stay inside, right? But if I got it and I go around, an elderly person who has, pre-existing conditions, then now I'm a loaded gun because if I go around them and I got it and don't know it, and I just say, hey, how you doing? And I'm in Whole Foods and I breathe on them and now this person catches and they die, I was the gun that shot them.
Yeah.
I was the loaded gun walking around because I'm so super healthy and it don't bother me. Well, I'm not going to take the shot or, because I don't need it.
So what about people with the shot that still get it and give?
Nah, I'm glad you asked that. Because guess what? Same person I know that got it now, had it twice and the shot.
Wow.
So CDC,
Bro.
DC, whoever got to say,
Hey.
got to talk to me. Now, I can tell y'all.
Yeah.
They got 3-4 versions of this
That shit is-
iPhone.
Hey,
Before
it
I
ain't
take
enough.
down one of them.
It ain't enough.
'Cause,
I know people with
You know,
the
I
shot
did. You know,
Yeah,
I
they
did
still
the
call it.
research.
that got and give.
I was waiting for you because I know you did.
Man,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
So I did do the research, and there is, it's kind of like, it's kind of like birth control. It's 95% effective. That means it's 5% not
see it
effective
get
at all.
Yeah.
95% effective in what regard? You won't get it ever
95%
after getting the vaccine that you won't get it?
That if you get the vaccine, that you won't get a symptomatic version of it, or you'll get a less bad version of it.
Okay.
Now, I'll tell you the other thing that I found that you don't see anywhere, good, from any angle, from the media anyway, is that, and you got to dig to find this out. That's what's scary to me, is that a lot of the people who get it after they've had the vaccine, they didn't have shit. They had a PCR test that was notoriously prone to false positives. Now, and it's a small percentage of that, but when you start multiplying that out times millions and millions of people, 3% is a hell of a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
Times a million.
Yeah.
I mean, that's hundreds of thousands of people. So our test that we're claiming, somebody is positive, is already inaccurate. And up front, like when we're first trying to get control of this thing, that's what you want.
Yeah.
Now that we're kind of think we're getting over the hump and we're vaccinating people, like especially if you're vaccinated, and we got people who are thinking rightly that, man, I don't know about this vaccine. It's the first version of it. I mean, that's a legit concern,
Yeah.
right?
But that-
and we should be much more clear than what we are about, like the people who are promoting this stuff and putting the data out there need to be much more clear about what that means when you say somebody tested positive. Because the lady lives two doors down from me, got the vaccine, she's an older lady, has a husband that's in a nursing home. So every time she goes, she has to get a test. She goes over there a few weeks ago, test positive.
Yep.
And of course she's heartbroken
Yep.
now because she can't go see her husband.
Right.
Right, so she has to wait a week. Goes back a week later, negative. Oh,
Yep.
it was never really real in the first place.
Right.
Meanwhile,
Right.
because she works in a little office there, everybody that she's been in contact with is now, because it's a government-run office, everybody that she's been in contact with has had their life, in an upset.
Absolutely.
Because of something that wasn't even true to begin with.
Right.
And that's the kind of stuff that when we have.
So when it all began, you think the test was better then or now?
I think it's the same test.
It is the same.
I
Same
think what
test.
I think
So
is
the numbers
that-
in the beginning,
we're probably lower than. Look,
but
who cares about somebody who gets, like, if you get a cold, like Ray gets a cold,
or the flu or pneumonia.
Ray's in great
Really
health.
he good.
He's got
Like, he
lungs
gonna be
like
all right.
amazing.
That's right. That's right.
Like he's like cold and blows it off. Who cares?
That's right.
He can go
Yeah,
get that as
nobody
many
ain't.
times as he want to. No, don't nobody care.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when somebody gets it and it puts them in a hospital,
Yep.
that's when we need to start caring. So we started this whole thing off looking at the wrong metric.
Yep.
Like everybody
Which one?
that I know, and I know a lot of people that do data science.
Yeah.
Everybody that I know that talks about data and how that does data analysis and
Yep.
all that kind of stuff is like, man, they're not giving us the right numbers.
Right.
The stuff that they're looking at is the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a bad thing, and certainly,
On purpose, man.
yeah.
I'm trying to push
Well,
the agenda.
But
we
I mean,
but
we offer
the
what's
majority-
the name test at my gym. That's how I know the tests haven't
Yeah.
changed. Because I offer COVID testing at my gym. That's why I'm like, no, the test ain't changed because we still got the exact same testing kit, exact same testing protocol.
That's still fairly faulty.
Yep. We the same one. They ain't came and
You got that Johnson & Johnson?
No, not vaccinations now. We don't do vaccinations. We just do the testing. We do the testing.
Okay.
Do you got it or ain't shit or don't shit?
If you
ain't got that shit.
Oh yeah, and we do rapid. We're gonna tell you right there on the spot if you got it or if you don't.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Come to my gym, Olympic Fit. Well, camera at Olympic Fit. We do it right there. We do it right there.
I think it's bullshit that athletes are that's mandatory. Real talk.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because I mean, I saw the deal with the NFL talking about finding guys for if you don't have the vaccination.
Bro.
Yeah, and you have enough guys test positive, and those guys did not have the vaccination, they will forfeit a game check, so on and so forth. And somebody was like,
I don't agree with that at all.
I don't at all. What if it's the guys that do have vaccination and they still get sick? Are you forfeiting the game check then?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's especially when it comes to sports, man. When it comes to sports, I really feel like it's too soon to even involve us because again, everyone keeps agreeing that the people who are actually at the deficit are the ones who got the conditions.
Yeah.
Older.
Don't involve us in it as much because even if we are like a carrier,
we still like
it's gonna come in and out. It's like
he said don't involve me in your
50 and under.
Yeah,
50 and under. I'm good. Like we're good. I'm good. I'm gonna drink my yak. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah, so we can keep going deep. I got more questions in my head, but I'm going to keep them to myself for now. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of the show.
We're going to talk about War Home. That's all I'm
What do you want to talk about?
We're going to get to him. We're going to get to him. We're going to get to him. Hey, Ray, as you know, you've been here before. This is Noonish Sports and Tech, right? So we got a few sports topics to knock out, man. There's a lot going on. We can't get to all of them and get in depth on them all, but Renee, you ready for this? We about to go fast and furiously, bro.
Fast and
Furious, Jack.
Tokyo Drill.
Tokyo Drill edition of Noonish right here. All right, so we start with this NBA, man. Luka Doncic, man. They say when he gets back from his currently 17-0 Olympic run right now with his Slovenian basketball team, bro, he's got a $202 million 5-year extension waiting.
Rightfully so.
Is it 5 or 4 years?
And Trae Young.
Right? Yeah, Trae Young got the 207.
Yeah,
then your boy Steph Curry.
Steph Curry got ridiculous.
Steph Curry got the 215 million.
Let's go.
4 years.
Let's go,
That's
bro.
50 mil.
That's amazing.
Bro. Like, NBA is.
What'd you say?
I love it, bro.
Yeah,
They
that's
cashing
awesome.
out right now, man.
Steph worth it.
So
Trae's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your boy in Oklahoma City, he worth. What's that boy name?
Which one?
You got the two last names.
Young Buck?
Yeah, Young Buck. He's still on.
Yeah.
I
know you're talking about. I just can't.
Gildress Alexander.
Yeah, that guy.
He's still rookie. He's still young.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He can. He's very versatile.
I'm looking
bro.
forward to seeing. They got a young man. They got a lot of draft picks in the young team already down there, bro.
Yeah. OKC is very, very, very young.
And if y'all saw this morning, Kemba Walker signing with the Knicks.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
actually.
bro. So he
I like
let go
that.
of his opportunity to play with, I think, Oklahoma City. Right, and he's going to the Knicks. So
Yeah.
that's a good. He's in New York.
Kimba?
Somebody else was
No,
trying.
Kimba just left Boston.
Who was it?
Yeah, he left Boston, but he had I think he was traded or something.
Oh, they did a trade or
Yeah.
like whatever they how they
and he let that
3-team
thing
kind of
fall through.
situation
Now he's with Boston. I mean
with
New York.
the New York.
And then your boy,
That's gonna
your
be
boy
tough.
that was down in San DeRozan, he's up in Chicago now with
He went up there with
with
Ball,
Ball.
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
Levine.
Yep.
Ain't none of it gonna matter.
And hey,
Nah.
because them LA Lakers.
Nah.
Them
Thank
LA
you.
Lakers.
Ain't none of it
Nah,
gonna matter.
you right.
The other
and
NBA
the Brooklyn Nets.
All right, so we got.
It's them two. Like,
Yesterday, LA
Yeah,
picked up.
straight up.
They picked up Carmelo Anthony
LA
yesterday.
picked up Jesus,
Yep.
Moses,
Right.
and Muhammad.
That's how they got an average team age right now. Average is 32 and a half years.
Jesus, Moses, and Muhammad.
And, right, but hey, they picked up Dwight Howard.
Oh yeah.
They got Bazemore.
Yep. Bazemore light. Yeah, he come
Yeah.
off the bench and
He ain't no punk.
Ain't no punk. Yeah.
They got Melo.
Melo.
When he brought up Russell Westbrook to
energy.
go along with LeBron and AD that's already on campus.
Yeah, that's tough. That's winning
You
ball.
can't beat
They
that
go. That's
team.
winning ball. That's
Hey,
what,
they
those
said
are winning
12,
moves.
they show enough winning the championship.
You can't. There's no way you can beat that team because
Yeah, it is.
no.
Yes.
How?
Anybody can
How?
get beat on
No.
There's only one ball. Don't forget that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
right.
tell you, you can't beat that team
Mm.
because that team is just like I said on Ray's take. It's different when you have talent and you have championship experience.
Yeah.
That's two totally different things because talent only gonna take you so far.
Yeah.
In order for you to win anything, especially basketball, you going 7 games. That's a different experience. That's a different mindset.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm saying nobody can beat them boys is because I feel like this is the first time you've had actual all-star veterans who are all smart on the court.
Yeah.
So now you got people who aren't relying
Lakers
on
did that
talent.
before.
Now, Russell.
Gary Payton, Karl Malone.
And
Who?
Houston, Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, but that
That
was like
don't-
35.
Gary Payton. Okay, so you
No,
gonna compare
bro.
Gary Payton to Russell Westbrook?
No.
I'm gonna compare
gonna
Gary Payton to
Who?
Oh shit!
You
Neither
gotta
one
go-
of
you gotta
them.
go right there.
Because he
You got-
neither one of them.
That tell you no, it
I'm
don't
not.
work.
No, what I'm saying is,
They were just straight veterans. That was.
that's what I'm saying. It's a team of veterans,
Yeah.
but so is Brooklyn. Ish.
No.
Brooklyn has
ain't got
enough.
no team of veterans.
There's that first
Bro, they got
Wednesday, that
enough.
siren.
That's the
That's
first
that
Wednesday
siren,
siren.
baby. I love it.
Don't
I love it.
Oh,
don't
okay.
panic.
Yeah,
It's all
I
good.
think-
We good.
I
We
think
good.
Brooklyn
Hey,
got
hey,
the talent
Brooklyn,
now,
that one
but
Hey, it ain't gonna be no cakewalk.
you gotta think
And-
about
No,
it.
blackout.
LeBron can see the whole court without any shadow of a doubt.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No
LeBron
doubt
see the
about
whole
that.
court.
Yep.
Russell Westbrook
Do
can
not
push
see the whole court.
everything. He don't see the whole
He
court.
can.
He
That's
can push
the ball go to
everything.
that chemistry is to be seen.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I don't know how that shit
How
gonna
can
work.
he average triple doubles for
He
3
won't.
years in a row without being able to see the court?
Because all he do is play.
Huh?
Like
He's just
'cause-
running.
Yeah, I know, but he's got those.
Ball
he's got-
dominant.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's still got those 10 double-digit assists.
I
Is it
agree.
Well, when I say
I
see the
agree.
whole court, I feel like LeBron sees shit unfolding before it unfolds. He's like Tom Brady.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like
Yeah,
he
I
see it
agree.
before it
Yeah,
even
LeBron's
unfolds.
good.
Like that's what I mean. He see the whole
But
court.
Clearly
it's
to
not
the
so much.
players
So
right
Westbrook can do it. All the NBA players, the elite, can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more about doing it in the crunch time, in the
Yeah.
clutch time
Yep.
when the pressure's on
Yep.
and you got to win a fucking finals championship.
And
Like
that's-
you're trying to win. Finals.
That part is what I'm
That
talking
part.
about.
Yeah,
That part
yeah.
is why I'm saying it's gonna be hard to beat them.
Russell Westbrook led the league in clutch points, in clutch shooting percentage.
So
last
now,
year.
so now what happens when he get to sit down and chill out a little bit, and now when the
Yeah.
actual playoffs hit, okay, LeBron, you on the bench, Russell, you in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, Russ come
They're
off,
running.
you two on the game.
No,
okay, now you two.
they running.
It's,
Yeah,
just-
it's gonna be-
it's too much
yeah,
now.
it's-
Like,
it's a
like
lot.
you can't.
It's a lot.
There's no way
It
you can
is.
prepare for them because now they're gonna be able to hit you with speed. They're gonna be able to hit you slow.
Yep.
They're gonna hit you with fundamentals.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
only
yeah,
thing
yeah,
they're really
yeah,
lacking
yeah.
now is actual 3-point threat.
Yeah.
They find them somebody in the G League or somebody we don't
That
know
is
about that got a
deadly.
gun or cannon.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just
It's a wrap now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Jordan had when they went and got Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
go find them a Steve Kerr. You can go ahead and they give it to him.
Yeah.
They game 6 and everybody now.
Yeah. And then who? I think.
I'm not.
Who's on the?
I'm still not sold. I'm just saying.
I think it's gonna, hey, they're gonna be. It's gonna take them a little.
I
while to
hear.
gel.
I hear.
Gonna
but
take
I'm
them a
not
little while
sold.
to
This is why I
gel,
created
but they're
Rae's
gonna- They're
table.
gonna be.
Well, I
good.
think what
So I'm not sold.
Carmelo,
on Russ, and
ISO, ball goes to die.
I think
Russ,
Russell end up
yeah,
being a 6
he's gonna have a
man.
lot of turnovers.
I think
That's-
Russ is going to end up being a 6-man for the betterment of the team because that's the only way.
That's
it's
the
gonna
only
work.
way it's gonna work.
It's the only way it's going to work.
Yep.
Like straight up. But Trevor Ariza, I think that was also a big pickup by him as well.
Ariza is there.
Corner guy, yeah, he just
Yeah.
went back.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, he just went back. He can hit that.
I love
So
it,
if Russ
Ariza.
is on the
Yeah, he
bench,
can hit that
who
three.
the point guard?
LeBron.
Yeah.
And they still got my guy from Germany out there with the little blonde in the front of his hair.
Who with the little blind in front of his
Nah, the
hair?
little, my guy, my German dude, he was Oklahoma City. He was
talking
with
about,
Atlanta. Schroeder, yeah. They still
Oh,
got Schroeder there.
Oh, Schroeder's still there?
Yeah, he still got Schroeder.
Okay.
So I mean, they're not bad.
No, they're. I mean, it's finals. Like I'm not.
Yeah, straight up. Better be.
They go to the
Yeah, I'm
finals,
just.
what?
Better
it's-
be.
I feel that. It's
Like,
fine.
but then you also got Chris Paul down there in Phoenix. He re-signed 4 years, so he's $475 million of contracts is what that man.
I
has
wouldn't have took
accumulated,
it.
bro.
That's awesome. I like
It
it.
is, but if
That's
I'm
awesome.
Chris Paul, I wouldn't have resigned, man.
Why not?
I done
That's a
did.
young
That's
team.
not gonna be a ring.
No, man. I'm just because to me, at certain point, when you get to a certain point, it has to stop being about the contract. You gotta stop being about the money. Bro, you ain't got to dribble a ball ever again, and your family gonna forever be good. So
But where he going? Where he going?
Man, I went somewhere for free to get me a ring. LeBron,
Where?
call me, Jack.
So
What you want me to do? I'm
so
just gonna
you
sit
gonna
down.
LA? You gonna
I'm
LA
going to
do
LA
that?
if I'm Chris Paul. Why not?
I'm with you on that.
I'm going to LA, man.
I wish Chris
Just
Paul would
look.
have gone to LA.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down the
That's
whole
what
season.
That makes more sense
Give
than
me when you
Westbrook to
need
me.
me.
Yeah,
Actually,
exactly.
Yeah.
I thought that made a hell of a lot more sense.
Exactly.
than
If
Yeah.
they had got Chris Paul, it would have been like, oh wow.
Yeah,
When I
that
heard
would have been a while.
Westbrook to the
I would have been like, yeah, they're that.
Yeah.
When I initially heard Westbrook to the Lakers, I was like, that does not make sense because he needs the ball.
He
He's
needs
not.
the ball
He's
for
not
me.
an off the ball guy.
Not at all.
I know
Like, you
Phoenix is
so-
a young team, but even Chris Paul, you not young.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Right.
care if he had to win to Brooklyn. I wouldn't care if he had to win to Milwaukee.
Right, Brooklyn, yes,
Yeah.
but no.
Yeah.
Go somewhere where you
No.
can
Milwaukee.
I just don't want him
Nah.
to be Charles Barkley.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
At the end of the
yeah,
day,
yeah,
I don't
That's-
want Chris
that's-
Paul
that's
to be
what's
Charles
about to
Barkley.
happen.
Be great.
Exactly.
Exactly what's about to happen.
Hey, you don't got a ring.
You the only one ain't got no ring, Chuck.
Hey, Ed got a ring over here.
I
Ed, put my
don't.
ring on.
Yeah, I don't want him to be that guy.
He gonna be the, and
that guy.
that's exactly what
Robert
it's gonna
Horry
be.
in the room with him and Robert Horry like.
Robert Ory, like, hey, bro,
Yeah.
No.
Sell him.
what you doing?
Me and Tom
Jordan
Brady.
who? Big time Bob in
crazy.
the house, baby.
Hey,
Yeah, and
he gonna be that guy.
So and then also
gonna be that
Miami
guy.
Heat,
Now
they
he
made
showing
some
up gonna
moves.
be the.
He that guy. You're that guy, man.
Miami Heat, they went out and got PJ Tucker and Kyle Lowry.
That's big.
Yeah, I mean they made
They made a
moves
good
as well,
defense
so-
tougher,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Yeah, so
Kyle Lowry is
youth. They
proven,
got some
tried and true.
They balling, so it's gonna.
That's not enough though.
NBA is fantastic. We say it all the time.
It's not enough. It is.
Say it all the time, but it
Looking
won't be
forward to
enough
it.
for next year. So moving on to the NFL. You know, last year the question was, is Aaron going to remain in Green Bay? Mr. Rodgers?
Yeah, and here we are.
Hey,
Here we are.
A-Rod calling
Official.
shots up there.
Hey, boss.
He said, hey, bro. Hey, y'all let go of my boy Jordy. Y'all let go of my boy on defense with the long hair.
Clay.
Yeah, Clay
Let
Matthews.
Clay Matthews go.
Y'all let, hey, these decisions got to change. They got to come through me. I only came back because y'all got my boy Cobb back on the squad.
And they did.
And hey, he said, call my boy Cobb and I'm coming. And they called him.
Cobb's in.
And Aaron was in practice.
Got my buddy.
You know,
They can make some State Farm commercials.
Aaron got a ring too now. You know, Aaron got a basketball ring. You know, he
Aaron Rodgers?
He part owner of the Milwaukee
He
Bucks.
put one in the
Milwaukee.
bucket. Yeah. So I'm Aaron. I'm going in there like, look here, Jack. I'm the one that makes smart decisions.
He said, hey, I got a ring. I got a ring without
I got
Nah.
a ring without trying to hold up.
Yeah,
the
he
sport.
that guy. I'm that
You
guy.
won't listen to me.
I had a ring in the whole other
How many of
sport.
y'all in here got a ring
I'm
for
that
sport?
guy.
None
This
of
is how
y'all.
you win.
You gonna listen
I'm the
to me.
freak over here, man.
I'm that guy.
I'm the freak over here.
Yeah, no, he
so
that guy.
He back in Green Bay, man.
Green Bay ain't gonna let
hey,
Aaron
that's gonna be
Rodgers
good.
go. You can't let Aaron Rodgers
That's
go.
a bad man.
No, it was
Yes.
whether he was gonna retire or not.
Exactly.
Because they're not fucking letting him go.
At all.
No.
And then the thing
Too
about Aaron
fucking
Rodgers
good.
again, that's why he got a ring somewhere else. I feel like he understood financially with Green Bay. If I don't play, y'all hold everything up here. It's going
Shot.
to plummet instantly.
1,000%.
And they done broke the little Jordan Love. All this confidence is in the creek.
Don't
somewhere.
matter. Everything up here gonna plummet. So y'all got one decision to make,
Yeah.
which is make me happy, or your entire Wisconsin everything is just going.
go to
Economically,
shit.
it's gonna go down.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's
literally,
melting.
economically, it's gonna go down if I don't play.
Nacho
Was it nacho and everything?
It's nacho cheese no more, and
Yeah.
nacho money no more.
I'm
It's
nachos,
gone.
motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, bro.
I get that.
Yeah, man. And then, you know,
Gone.
my boy, you know, Carson Wentz. We go to Carson Wentz. He's got 5 to 12. 5 to 12 weeks. What kind of time?
That boy done had a lot of
frame is
injuries, man.
Yeah.
Timely injuries.
that? Yeah, broken bone in his foot.
Timely injury.
Right?
Yeah, timely
Now
injuries,
5 to
man.
12
It's-
weeks.
It sucked. Yeah.
Hey, they say, hey, do not call Slick Nick, dog, because, hey, that'll be the end of Wentz talking ending.
That's Big Dick Nick. Hey,
Yeah,
that boy gonna come in slanging that thing. Hey,
He ain't what it says.
yay.
Don't call him in the
Hey,
high.
you don't want that guy in the meeting room with you
Yeah, bro, because, hey, let me tell you.
hovering over your shoulder.
I
like,
got rather large hands.
I'm a big guy.
got
I
rather large
I do
hands.
big things on big stages,
Hey,
and that's just
I should Slick
That's
Nick's
what I did.
hands, bro. This man made me feel like I was 3 years old.
man.
This dude's hand like wrapped around. He was touching his wrist,
It was
shaking
hey,
my hand. I was like,
He's a
damn,
beast.
dog, I never seen a hand that big in my life.
and a world champion.
You full 6'6", dog.
That ring, I know that ring.
Yeah,
will be, hey,
bro. So
he's
you
a
know,
dude.
Slick Nick, dog, like what I like to call him, man. Hey, you don't want him coming in the building in the Indy because he will take your job, dog, and take your woman.
Ain't gonna know. They ain't coming back.
walking out real
That is
sad.
that is a hard day. Like
That's tough.
I lost my
Both.
job and my woman. I was working to take
Damn.
care of her too.
You know,
I'm
Wow.
done. Like, I don't like no more.
you
man.
only got out of Indy is what we're saying. So hey, you better come back quick. That's close to that 5 weeks, right? And then my boy Dak, man, golly, bro.
He had to pull himself out.
You know, he should have done that little salsa dance he be doing so he ain't mess his shoulder up, dog. I think he
He'll be
was
all right.
doing that before the practices, man. But
Yeah.
Wait,
He'll be all right.
Ron, what?
He gonna be
I'm-
straight.
Yeah, he gonna be
What
all right.
happened?
He
So
got a
he's got a strain in his shoulder,
Strain.
man.
It's a strain.
straining the
He'll be all
shoulder,
right.
so
He gonna be all right.
Why?
He gonna be all right.
yeah, man.
Why?
Yeah,
Cause why? Cause it's football.
He needs to go. He
Just
needs
shit-
to go get that cortisone
Shit
shot
happens
like he did.
on a regular fucking basis. It's just what it be
football.
like, bro. He gonna be back.
I'm thinking
and he
that
gonna
one
be good.
injury causes another injury is what I'm thinking, just from overcompensation.
There it
True.
is right there.
Yeah,
true.
and everybody's
Right, right,
injured.
right there.
And I think
Everybody's
he's still-
injured all the time,
Yep.
and you never
mentally
know
he's trying to
Yep.
trick
when
himself
one
into thinking that he's all right,
Yep.
but
like
physically he's
that
still out
is gonna
there.
happen. You don't know.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's
I
out
guess-
there really going out there giving his all, but I think it's still in the back of his mind that he's hurt, so he's doing things he typically wouldn't do.
It was his
That's
left.
what I think.
It was his
Okay.
left foot, right?
It was the I think it was the left ankle.
Yeah.
No, the left ankle, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kink.
And now the right shoulder's out, right?
Yep. Oh
I'm not
yeah.
gonna get
It
all
typically
into
happens like
everything
that.
that I
Yeah.
you know, by
Yep.
being a trainer, but yeah, that was destined to happen. It's,
Yeah.
you're,
Some on the right side.
Overcompensation.
Some on the right side.
Overcompensation.
Yeah.
Some on the right side.
And then the thing that, no disrespect to you or anybody in the NFL, working with a bunch of NFL caliber athletes, what I've learned is that the therapy that you guys and the information that you guys get, it ain't enough. Like it's just not.
No.
It's
Fuck
not
no.
even close to enough. Like at all. Like I'm like they did what, and you only got what?
They
Man,
who?
I'm smarter than that.
They who?
You know, like I'm not
doing
even
Like they who?
They do enough to get
So,
him back on the
I was-
field.
Look, like athletes, like even with my show, I don't like putting names out there, but I'm like
No
the
doubt.
athletes that I've talked to and trained and worked with, and they tell me
Yeah.
about, how
Where they're training at
yeah, where they
outside of
training
the
at.
facility.
No, not outside of the facility.
In the facility.
In the facility,
They're not
that
getting-
shit ain't shit.
That's
That's what, yeah,
I ain't
that's
gonna lie
what I'm
to you.
talking
Yeah,
about.
no,
what
that's
I'm
not
talking about.
where-
Like, in the facility.
That's
you're
not where it's
getting
at. No.
Yeah.
And from
Yeah,
what,
they have a agenda
yeah.
in
And that's
the
just to get you
facility.
back on the field.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
it means. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I
why I'm
would
like,
say.
how did that get hurt? Well, my thing is, from what I'm learning and understanding about the NFL, it's almost like if you don't have a personal trainer, you're going to continue to get hurt.
Everybody has a person.
Because of this thing
Well, let me
called
say it
That-
right.
yeah, everybody has a guy
this thing
outside
called
of
the
the facility.
bottom line.
But
right?
I'm
The
glad
NFL
you
team, they're
said
not
that,
gonna
though.
pay the top dollar for the best doctors to come in here.
No,
No,
they're
no,
not
no,
gonna
no.
take the time
No,
that
no.
it takes to come back.
Dak
from
is
these
a
injuries.
guy who absolutely goes to somebody outside of the facility.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot. Most of y'all.
Most
Second-
veteran,
second and third
every
innings.
veteran has a guy
Yeah.
outside of the facility, not
Yeah.
in the fucking facility.
Yeah.
Every veteran.
Here's the
1000%.
problem that, and then I can't remember. He went on a rant about it last week on his Instagram, and I praised it. You know him? Can't think of
DeAndre?
his name. He
What
was
about
talking about the blue chicks. He was talking about the blue chicks.
blue checks?
God.
On
Who's
Instagram.
talking about the blue
Oh
checks?
my God! Hold
Charles
on, I'm gonna
Haley?
tell y'all. No,
Oh,
was it
Charles
Charles?
Haley had some funny stuff to
Current
say.
current player?
Veteran. Hold on, because I got it on my Instagram, in my personal, what's the name?
Oh, okay.
He was explaining about the blue check boys, and then I was 100% with him because he was pretty much explaining what people do in the NFL and what a lot of athletes do is they go looking to train with people who got a blue check, and these blue check people won't know shit about nothing.
Yeah.
But you're
Oh,
only
yeah,
hiring
yeah,
them
I got
because
you.
they got a blue check.
Right,
Yeah.
And
right.
then he was going on record saying, when your homeboy that you know just graduated college and know 10 times more
Yep.
than that trainer you hired, but you don't want him because your homeboy ain't got no blue check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you, he a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you who was going on. But I felt
Okay.
him on that because
Yeah, that makes sense.
that's really like me. I'm sitting here like when I see, I'll even go all the way back to Tiger Woods. I was sitting there watching when Tiger first got hurt. And I'm sitting there and I told my wife, I was like, baby, you know how I can fix that, right? And then I told her exactly what was wrong with Tiger, right?
Yeah.
And then people was calling Tiger crazy. I was like, man, Tiger talking about his butt hurt. I'm like, no, fool, that's exactly what it is. His performance is gone.
Yeah.
And then when he got out of it, he said, it was like, I'm having problems with my glutes, my performance. I'm sitting here like, bro, I'm duh. Like, you make how much money and
I'm watching TV.
nobody could tell you that. Like, I
Yeah.
literally be watching TV and I'll be like, if you do this and that, it'll be fixed.
Yeah.
Now here I am. I'm not a blue check person. I'm nobody else, but somebody with a blue check. And I tell my clients the same thing. I will sit here and tell you 20 times, don't do this.
Yeah.
But the minute a white jacket tells you, okay, now you listen.
Yep.
I'm like, bro, I've been telling you about red light therapy to come to the gym and do it forever.
And now you coming here talking to me
Now,
about it like it's a new
I'm like,
idea.
hey man, you know my ortho said if I do this red light stuff, like,
I'm
bro,
offended.
right there. I'm
offended.
Yeah, now
Like,
I'm
man,
now I'm offended now.
Because you ain't been listening this whole
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
So you see that door? Like, walk through that.
Yeah.
Get your ass out of here. Like, get your ass out of here.
Go find your
Motherfucker.
white jacket on the other
I
side.
had said that for the last 2 years, motherfucker. Get your ass out of here.
But to make it make sense, that's what that's pretty much Hatcher.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Marvin Hatcher.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Man. Was it? It's talking about the blue check right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, blue check.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's what and I was glad to hear somebody, your caliber in the NFL to finally say that. Like, yeah, a lot of the people that y'all are hiring, you're hiring because you have the money to hire this blue check person because they got
Yep.
this nice facility and this and that.
Yeah.
And it
And again,
feels like
Yeah, no disrespect to anybody out there, but like even with AB, so he got a gym down there. I religiously go on his page when he's working out and I correct it. I don't know if they ever see it, but I'm sitting here like, no, bro, that's not right because your angle here, you're not gonna get what you're trying to accomplish out of that.
Yeah.
But of course, I'm starting to try and do that in hopes that people will actually start to see that.
Right.
Even if it ain't Rae or whatever, let me just entertain somebody who's saying they might know something different than the person with the blue check or the white coat.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think once around the league, NFL, basketball, once athletes start understanding that you know what, sometimes these blue checks and white coats just want my green money.
Absolutely, bro.
That's it.
That's
and
it,
they're
bro.
not gonna help me get back out there for real.
Yeah.
You need to get hooked up with somebody that's gonna tell you stuff you don't want to hear.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
If they don't
You need
hurt your
somebody-
feelings sometimes.
There you go.
Yeah.
You need somebody to be like, Dad, guess what, Jack?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to do nothing for the next year. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
We gotta restructure all of this, every last bit of it. So you can go tell them this and that. Your money gonna go down. Why? Because if I don't fix all of this, the minute you go back out there, you ain't worth nothing.
Baby, glad you got that guaranteed
Man,
96
that
and how
guaranteed.
much it is, dog. Because that other 50 is up for grabs, dog, if you don't get it right. I tell you that right now, dog. Jerry ain't playing no games.
he ain't.
Jerry ain't playing no games.
He's a businessman.
So, moving on, right?
He's a
NCAA,
businessman.
some beautiful things that happen, right? That NIL for one, but we're not going to talk about that today.
Yep. Get money.
Get your money, young bucks.
Hey.
Hey, I don't know about the kid from South Lake Carroll, though, man.
I do.
Going in senior year.
Fuck that
you
shit.
agree with him?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Take your ass to college.
Hey,
Go
dog,
get that money.
hey, you catch
The
this
point
dude.
of school is to get a fucking job and make money and provide for your family.
True.
No. The point of school is to teach you to be a cog in a wheel. You gotta be part of the machine, man.
Both y'all are right. Both y'all are right. Don't know how that works, but both y'all are right.
The point of school is to
No.
train you
See,
to be
That's good. I love it. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was supposed to say that.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your ass out of there. Go.
Get caught up in that
No.
system, man. You
Yeah,
know, go
fuck
be that
that.
that gerbil.
Take
That
your ass to
hamster on that
college.
wheel, bro.
Get that money.
So,
So if you compete like that,
Yeah.
go get the money.
Go get the
yeah,
money.
all day long.
Just-
all
just-
day long.
just-
Hey, listen,
Period.
hey, I've been saying they doing the Olympics. Right, my
dropping
young
out,
buck,
too.
17 years old in the Olympics right now. Right,
Right.
got first place in the 200. What's the difference with my man's saying screw senior year or even
I
in
can tell you
the,
the
even in the acting world?
Couple
You
days.
know
In
what
the
I'm
acting
saying?
world, yeah.
Rapping,
Yeah.
whatever it might.
You
be.
have those type of talents.
Yeah, you're exceptional.
That's the point.
Go get your
That's
money.
the point.
Yeah.
You don't need us no
That's the
more,
point.
dog. Hopefully you come back and get this. So you ain't a brick, a rock. You know what I'm saying? Can't think without this talent, but you know, and you also want to learn how to use your money, right? So education,
You ain't getting that at
self-education
school.
and are two different
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
You're
was
not
gonna
getting
say-
that at school either.
Exactly. Yeah, you're not getting that at school either.
Fuck no.
Very true. Very true. Very
The
true.
greatest
Say,
thing my father
the-
ever told me when I got ready to sign my first contract, and I try and tell all athletes this now. When I called my dad and was like, Dad, Nike won't, after the first round, I was like, Nike won't sign me. They want to give me $150,000. But I want to go back to school. I want to go back to school. I want to go run for tech again. I want to finish it. I want to win NCs. My dad said, son, they building schools every day. I don't know what you waiting on. You better sign that check. I was sitting outside the hotel. He literally, I called him. He was like, son, because I didn't think that's what he would say. I thought he'd be proud of me for saying I want to finish school. You know, like Dad, I want to do the right thing for finish school. My dad said, son, they been to schools every day.
Yeah.
You better get that check. 6 figures. I was kind of like, what, Dad? He's like, you better sign that
Get
check.
that money,
And then I was
man.
like, you sure?
Sign up.
Yeah, bro.
And he was like, and make sure my size is 11 and a half.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Hey, I love you. Hey, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, that was it. That was the whole thing.
I love it.
Shocked me because I sure thought he was going to say go back to school.
What's his name? Is that like Carol?
Quinn Ewers.
Yours? Hey, go get your money, young buck.
And
Go get your money, young buck. Hey,
Absolutely.
salute, bro.
That's what it is, bro.
And my young buck, all my young bucks in the NIL situation, man. My guy's about to play quarterback. About to play it. Already got millions of dollars on the table right now. Get your money, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get your money, man.
I mean,
Go
let's,
get
all right, so in all your schooling,
yeah.
what did you learn from K through 12 that you use today to live?
To live, I mean, it's quite a bit, but, you know, not nearly as much. I don't remember exactly.
I was about to say, I think the main question should be, do you remember anything from K through 12?
Yeah, you know, like,
Do
I
you?
can't tell you now one of them battles,
Yeah.
right? Rules and government, some of them, right? Science, I could give a damn about chemistry,
Okay.
right?
Math.
And biology. And
What math you use today? What math you use today?
basic.
Counting
Basic
money.
math. You know what I'm saying? Common denominator.
This how much I gotta. This is how much my bills are. This is how much I got.
Yeah.
I need more of this
Yeah.
than that.
Angles. You know, in some situations.
Agree.
You know what? I
Let
learned.
me give you a different take. Let me give you a different take. When I was in elementary school,
Nothing.
first of all,
Nothing.
when I was in the first grade, when you learn how to read,
Yeah,
I was about
That.
to fail that shit.
I did feel
Hard.
that shit. So go for it.
And I had a teacher that was smart enough to put this dude sitting next to me that was going to get competitive.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like I'm gonna finish my little work before you do, and that
So
I was like
you had a
hell
teacher
no, you
that
didn't. No,
you had a teacher. She did that or he or
Oh
she
yeah,
intentionally.
absolutely. Yeah, she was
How
on
did
top of it.
she know
yeah.
you was competitive?
Brother, probably.
I don't know.
You had a brother.
You don't know.
No.
She was just trying.
No, I was the oldest.
You know what? I'm gonna
She
try
was,
this.
yeah. But she was. I
She
mean,
probably saw
you know,
your behaviors around other kids.
man. That lady was like 100 years old when I was in first grade.
Yeah.
Oh, so she was.
I mean,
she was.
she knew some things.
Yeah, exactly.
But, and it was a different
That's
world back
crazy.
then too.
Jonas elbowing
Yeah.
kids in PE.
Right.
Tripping them.
No, man, but that made a difference, and I learned how to read.
Yep.
I learned how to do the basics,
Yep.
like you're
Yeah.
talking about
Yep.
the basic math.
Yep.
I still ain't good at it.
That foundation.
But those two
I learned how
foundation.
for
learn
life.
how that
Yeah,
stuff.
is it?
Now,
Like
by
at the end
the
of the
time,
day.
Yeah.
by the time I got to like 6th grade, 7th grade, I was going to the library and reading what I wanted to read.
Right.
Because
That was
I never did
interesting.
learn how to do all that math in high school.
Right.
You know when I learned to do that? When I got a book after I'd done finished college
Mm-hmm.
and was doing other stuff and found out that some of the things that I needed to do, wanted to do, I needed to know some more advanced math. So I went
Right.
and found out how to do it. Because I did
Specifically
not learn that
to
that
shit.
was
do
because you
what
had
you
a-
wanted to do.
To do
Like,
what I
Exactly.
wanted
Had an
to do.
interest
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I'm
it
gonna flip
wasn't.
it, though.
But it wasn't because I learned it in high school, sitting in the desk with
Right.
somebody saying,
All right.
y sub 1 plus x sub 2
Yes.
is. Man, I don't even know
Yeah.
what that means.
I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Like, how you gonna sit some kids in there and they don't know what?
Algebra.
Epsilon, zeta.
Algebra.
Right.
How do you know what that
How do you
means
know
if
what
they
that
don't
means?
tell you?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't.
You don't.
How do you know what
They
that's
gotta- they
even
gotta check the
for?
collect. They gotta
For
check the
in
collect.
life,
Right.
for life, my livelihood
It's not-
does
it's
not
not-
depend on algebra. Sorry.
No, it doesn't.
At
Well,
all.
I'm gonna go
it
ahead-
does,
I'm gonna
but
go
you know
ahead
how to
and-
do it
and-
in your head.
I'm gonna go ahead and flip it.
instinctively because it's not
And
that hard.
Not
They
really
make
play
it hard.
Not really play devil's advocate, but flip it
Go.
into the way that I've looked at it. The only subjects to me that are important in school is actually math. Believe it or not,
Yeah.
I'm the direct opposite.
And English.
Yes.
No, you
Just math.
think-
Your mama can teach you how to talk. Trust me.
Oh, my mama can teach me how to talk.
And she can teach you how to understand too.
My mama
Real
used
easy.
to tell me how to say phone.
Exactly.
So are you saying reading or you
Yeah, reading, English, comprehension.
English not
Not at all.
Context clue.
You don't learn
I
English.
don't
English
think
by
they
your
read-
environment.
You
don't need English.
Well, when I say don't
I don't
need it,
think they
reading
teach
that's what I mean. Literature,
comprehension.
You don't need that
English.
either. You don't need that
That's
either.
a subject, right?
The only
Like
thing
reading,
that you
it all
need,
happens in English.
I feel like the only course that you actually need in school is the one that nobody likes to do, and it's math.
I
right?
like math, though.
The reason why I say it's math because, like you two just said, people always say that I never use this in life. I used to say the same thing, when it's actually the direct opposite. You use the shit that you learned, in math, but you don't know you using it. And what I mean by you don't know you using it is because the root of math is what? Problem solving.
Right.
It ain't got nothing to do with 1 plus 2 equals. No, the root of
2 plus
math
2 all
is
day.
how do I solve this problem?
Yep.
So math teaches your brain how to see stuff and figure it out.
Yeah.
So if you go through life and you do math and if more stuff was focused on math would make you smarter no matter what because your brain is more analytical
processing
and it can process information
number of
a whole
ways
lot easier
to
now.
solve problems.
Exactly. It's
Agreed.
problem solving. It's not. I agree that you would never need A plus B equals C.
No doubt.
But if I learn
It's
A
the
plus B
principle.
equals C and all of this, now when I go somewhere at home or something and my cable ain't working, it's a good chance I'm going to figure it out. Why?
Gotcha.
There's a problem, and my brain knows if I see a problem, there's certain steps I got to do to solve it.
Yeah.
It ain't got
You're
no
like, this is
numbers in
X.
it.
Yeah.
Boom.
But
All right.
this like TV,
I need that. Yeah.
TV got to be X.
Yeah.
Because ain't nothing coming on.
Yeah.
Cable got to be Y. Because ain't nothing coming on.
Don't work
So
with
I
that.
got to solve why I can't watch
X.
ESPN.
That's why. Exactly.
And why can't I watch X?
That's
What math
good
do
point.
for you. Math
That's
makes you
good
figure
point.
it out. Like,
That's exactly
nah, I
right.
got
That's
to
a good
figure
point.
out what's going on,
What
Jack. I
they-
need to see
I'll
what's going
give
on
you
on
them.
TV. Why I can't watch it?
What they're supposed to be
I know.
teaching you in all that algebra and stuff, what they should be teaching you, and what it's for, and what anybody that like does, all these dudes that do the complicated math and all that stuff, they'll tell you. I mean, they'll straight up tell you what you're supposed to do is use that to solve problems. It's not about learning a bunch of formulas. It's you should be able to look at a problem that you know how to solve.
Right.
Right. Like I know how to hook up my TV so I can watch ESPN.
Yep.
Well, I got this problem with my car. This piece right here looks like it's not connected.
Yep.
Maybe that's the problem.
Yep.
That's what you
Problem
learn in math.
solving.
That's what you're supposed to learn in math.
And not
But
only
it
that,
ain't taught like that. It's taught
good.
like
it's taught the object
you got to
the wrong
memorize
way.
this
That would
formula.
make
You
it
gotta
more.
memorize
That would
this
actually make it more interesting.
Yeah, it would.
yeah.
And understanding
But it's
that
harder
math
to
teaches
teach.
you
Word
is hard.
problems.
not only that, but it teaches you there's
Yeah.
no gray area in life. And
Yeah.
I think that's the problem that we have,
An
period,
exact-
in life.
yeah,
Like, there's a
buddy.
gray area. It's like,
That's
well,
what I
I
love
can
about
do this.
math.
Like, no. Math says
black
1
and white.
plus 1 equals 2. It can't equal
Exactly.
3 ever. So
Yep.
it don't matter how many times you try.
1.5 or
Ain't
3.2.
no gray
No.
area. And people like gray area. It's like, well,
Yeah.
They like skipping.
well, I don't really want to. No,
I like that.
You can't.
In order to get here, you must go
You
through these
must
steps.
go through these steps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No
No
gray area.
shortcuts. No shortcuts.
And that's why I'm like, no, math is probably the only damn thing we should be teaching these folks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
They
just
can't-
need-
And
we just need to teach
reading.
it right.
And read
Yeah.
it. Teach it right.
That's it,
'Cause
yeah.
it's
So to sum this
dum-dums
up,
out here.
you know, in math, the Big 12 wasn't good enough. The Big 12
Yeah,
was less
we got
than
the
SEC.
SEC.
So
Yeah.
UT
So here's the
and
problem.
OU went
Here's
over
the
to
solution.
SEC.
There it is.
So in
There you go.
2025,
There you go, right there. And see now,
the Big 12 is
Hey,
less than.
And so here's
There it is.
another problem. Here's the problem on the table. How do we get there before 2025?
Man, nah, that's not gonna happen.
How do we get where? I'm
But
lost.
it's not gonna happen because
To the SEC?
if
Well,
it does,
it's not we.
Oh, y'all.
It's
I'm
over.
already in
if they
there.
do,
It's like,
if
yeah.
they do
There
in
you go.
2022, 21, 22, 23, and 24, OU and UT must pay $76 million apiece.
Yeah, I mean,
Which is fair.
so how do we work around that?
You get a contract for 2025.
No, I got a better deal. Y'all
And allow them time to go and bring new teams, or let the teams in the Big 12 make the decisions as to where they're going to go. I think which is ultimately going to happen.
we should just
Mhm.
trade.
It's not
like,
just- you
like,
can't
like
just
y'all
replace.
take like Vanderbilt and give us like
Ole
Yeah.
Miss and
yeah,
Yeah.
y'all
Ole
take
Miss and
we'll
Auburn.
trade
Vanderbilt.
Ole Miss and Vanderbilt
Vanderbilt.
And give us
Yo, Vanderbilt is straight.
Hey,
Like,
look, as
you
a
know,
Mississippi State fan, y'all can have Ole Miss.
you know,
Yeah.
Hey, but Mississippi State can't be in that trade. You want to let them go to the Big 12, man?
I
need
like
to.
Mississippi State, man. We can keep Mississippi State,
Yeah.
but like Vanderbilt, Alabama,
Yeah.
I can take them too.
Hey, Eli Manning might not like this conversation. Might not like this conversation. So, moving on to the subject that you want to talk about today. And we have kind of avoided some subjects,
Okay.
right? And that is the Olympics. All right. And we're going a little bit of time, We're starting a little late. We good though. Right? So, USA track, I'm gonna ask you off jump, man, what's going on? We used to dominate, but I think we kind of already covered that topic. Understanding all the red tape that our athletes must go through versus Qatar or somewhere else that doesn't have as much red tape. So that answers a lot of those questions there, right? We already talked about the Jamaican women sweeping the 100 meter. I thought you were going to be disappointed, but you already called it
I
out.
already called that.
Already called it out,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. It was just your face, like the disbelief when you actually saw it happen. It's like you called it out, but you just had a little faith that one of our women would pull it through, and they did.
Well,
with Shakira not being there. Shakira. Okay, I said it right.
Shakira. Even if Shakira was there, I'm still saying they would have swept.
You think so?
Yeah. The only difference
did
is
she run like a 10.5 earlier?
no.
What was
The
her
only
best time?
difference is 10.7.
Was Shakira's?
Shakira.
And what was the Olympic?
The 10.60 won it. Now here's the thing. Granted, Shakira would have still been ready.
Yeah.
But the thing I keep trying to explain to everybody, you think they weren't gonna be just as ready?
Oh yeah.
Like it's like all that means is the times would have been faster.
Yeah.
They still would have went 1, 2, 3, but they'd have went 1, 2, 3 faster because they'd have known.
That's sad.
They you know what I'm saying? They not gonna slack. I'm not saying they even
that
slack,
that
but
pushes-
that
that,
just
like-
a little bit means okay. Well, that just
So
means
that matters.
Make sure we finna go a little faster.
So could one of
That's
our
crazy.
Olympic women go to Jamaica and get residency there for 3 years
No.
and come back in the 4th
First of all, they
and
wouldn't
run
let
for
them.
the USA?
First of all, they wouldn't let them. That's
wouldn't
first
let
and
'em.
foremost. But at the same token, I gotta make sure that people understand that it's not the athletes. Okay, it's not Shakira. It's not Shakira's. It would not have been Shakira's quote unquote fault if she would not have medaled. Just
Right.
like it's none of the Team USA people fault at all. The thing that I keep doing Raise Take is trying to get people to understand track and field is a sport like any other sport. We need to be looked at the exact same way.
Yeah.
If a team keeps losing, guess what they do? They get rid of the goddamn coach.
Yeah.
It's the coach.
So
It
the
ain't-
coaches are
It's the coaches. It's the
Gotcha.
coaches. And then guess what?
So
if
how
the
long
coaches
they-
can't get it, they get rid of the front office.
How long these coaches been here?
Well, see, here's the thing with the coaching staff. So every year it's a different coach. He's
Okay.
never the same coach.
But it's not the right one.
So it's not, and then again, it's not even really the coaches. It's the front office. It's
Yeah.
like, you know how people would say, well, the Cowboys never win until they get a better front office.
Yep.
Yeah.
We are the Cowboys. We need a
Man,
new front
that's-
office
that's so
because
sad.
the people that are making, look at it this way.
That's sad to hear.
Tokyo is on the other side of the planet,
Yeah.
right? And you can Google this. This is Google researchable. It takes your body, hold on, I want to quote
To
it right.
adjust?
To adjust. I
Okay.
want to make sure I quote it right. Scientific.
Because I heard my boy Tremel on your Travion, right?
Trayvon Vermel.
Yeah,
So,
he said that he said he's never run well overseas.
in general, the body will adjust to the new time zone at the rate of 1 or 2 time zones per day. For example, if you cross 6 time zones, the body will typically adjust to this time zone change in 3 to 5 days. Jet lag is temporary. So this prognosis is excellent. Most people recover within a few days. Now, if you use just basic math, they got there on Monday. The game started on Friday.
So they're just getting
Do the math with the amount of time zones they crossed over.
Yeah.
They still ain't there yet.
So why wouldn't they go earlier? Is that
Front
coaching?
office.
Oh, my
I was
God.
here telling y'all, like,
Wow.
front office.
When did Jamaica get there?
Now, here's the thing. Nobody could get to, nobody could come in till Monday because of COVID, right?
Yeah.
So, nobody, no matter what. What I'm not
But
saying
they're
is that
all going at the same
you
time,
could've-
and they're all their bodies are.
you could have easily said, look here. So, when I
Level
made my
playing field.
first team in 2004, right, for Athens, I didn't go to Athens. You know, that was my rookie year, so they didn't select me for the relay. But what happened was we was in Munich, Germany for 2 weeks before they let Athens even open up.
Yeah.
So, we went from Munich, Athens. We already been over here.
Yeah.
when I went to 09, we was in Cologne, Germany, and then left Cologne, went to Berlin.
So y'all got acclimated
we was
to the time
acclimated
zone,
before we even walked
and
in.
then
Yes.
Gotcha, but they didn't do that this year.
They didn't do that this year.
Ah.
Most athletes came from fresh over straight to Tokyo.
Yeah.
So now it's like, come on, Jack. Let's just. And if I can Google, and I blame the athletes too. I'm like, y'all could have easily been like how I did with Nigeria. But
Yeah.
when y'all want me there, okay,
Yeah.
I'll meet y'all there.
Yeah.
Why? Because I'm gonna spend my own money, buy my own plane ticket, get my own
And
hotel,
just be there.
and I'm just gonna be there waiting. That's a smarter athlete. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna allow y'all to sabotage me. Like
Yeah.
just because. Okay, well, I tell you what, you ain't gotta buy because Team USA pays for everything.
Yep.
You ain't gotta fly me from Dallas. Just fly me from Paris, cause that's where I'm gonna be at waiting on y'all. Cause I'm
Yeah.
not gonna sit here like no dummy, knowing I got Olympic Games coming up, and I'm not gonna escape science. It's like I told y'all last time.
Yeah.
People trying to escape physics and science all day long and get slapped in
Won't
the face.
happen.
You tried to escape jet lag, and look what happened.
Yeah.
Silver.
Yep.
Right.
Silver, bronze,
Maybe another.
fourth.
That's
So
that's
who-
why we
Seven.
ain't dominating.
Man.
That's why.
That's why it really ain't got nothing to do with performance enhancement.
So
none of that
the other whoever's winning the golds in those meets will take the 100
Hmm?
or whatnot. They got there earlier, or they were closer.
These is the so when you look at something like the men's 100 was weird because it actually was kind of a anybody's race because nobody was really all over the jet
Dominant,
lag.
like-
Yeah.
Then it was just
You
who
say
wanted
Bolt
it.
wasn't in it this year.
Yeah, it was just who wanted.
But that, to
there
me,
were a lot of
that
athletes
says a level
that
playing
did
field.
that.
We're all here fucking jet lag, and we're just fucking
The
rolling.
100, yes, but I know for a fact there was a couple of countries, a couple of athletes
Norway's closer,
that
right?
was not there. They were stationed in Stockholm. They were stationed
yeah.
in freaking Paris. I know this for a fact.
Yeah.
They were stationed waiting to be
Using
let
those
in.
old tactics
Yes.
to be prepared for the
Sit
Olympics.
and then
Did
be
they
prepared.
win?
Yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Which one? Who won?
I'm
Who
not
won
sure.
the men's 100?
Jamaica?
Jamaica won the men's 100.
Oh, it's about 100. Oh, no. So the dude that won the 100, he actually trains here.
He's
in America.
here,
Yeah, he trains in America.
but he didn't run for America, right?
No, that's why half that medal is ours. I keep trying to tell everybody. Y'all not finna keep training on him and then go represent the country. And then
That's why half that medal is ours.
Italy. That boy born in El Paso, man. He trained in Austin. He was like 2 years old. He went
That boy got, I got Italy in my blood,
Man,
nigga.
that
I'm out
boy-
of here.
Wow.
Man, that boy was born in El Paso.
That boy ain't that many meatballs,
He
dog.
trained
Like, come on,
in
bro.
Austin.
So,
Jack.
all right, so he flew there to win.
He flew
But
over
with
at
the same time.
Same time.
No,
So it was out like Fred Curtis.
So that's
that
level-
race was just. That's why I like that men's 100 because it
was
the first
real.
men's 100. It's a real race. Like I can tell you right now,
we're all the same.
ain't nobody in that
Whoever
race
the fat,
nobody I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Everybody in that race clean, Jack.
Yeah.
It's whoever the hell gonna
Yeah.
grit down the most, and it just so happened to be him. But again,
Yeah.
he trains in Austin, man. He's an American.
he's an American.
So it was an
That's
American
funny.
race.
Bro, so-
That's hilarious.
I know a race you want to talk about. There's a race I want to talk about.
That's hilarious.
We're going to talk about that Drago in the 400 meters. Sub 46. First time ever in a 400 meter hurdle. Right? Did you watch this race?
No, I didn't.
So,
What?
we got the favorite. Well, no, I think this other guy was the favorite. He's beat his times all year.
Warhol
I saw
was the
I saw
favorite.
Megan.
right?
I saw
From-
Megan.
from-
Warhol
Norway.
was the favorite from
From
Norway.
Norway. So
Okay.
if you watch this race,
Yeah.
I've never seen this in a 400 hurdle. You know that last stretch of what, about 30 yards, is it maybe? 30 meters?
After that last,
The last
hurdle.
stretch of 30 meters, it's a drag out like,
Just, yeah.
I'm struggling.
Yeah.
This cat accelerated and ran the first ever sub 46. Our guy from America broke the record and got a silver.
What?
Broke the world record, right? And got a silver medal.
He accelerated.
This,
after
this
coming
young
off the
man
line.
accelerated after
did-
the last hurdle and ran a 45 400 hurdle. Ran like a 45.9.
How much he beat the
45.9.
record by?
He obliterated the record.
Watch this. This will put it into perspective.
Yeah.
The open 400 with no hurdles.
Yeah.
Do you know the Olympic standard qualifying
Oh
time is?
shit.
What is it?
45.
What he just damn did? Over hurdles.
45?
What he did over damn
No hurdles.
When,
What he did over
45
hurdles.
flat,
You know
bro.
the dude even run
Yo.
400
I was
in the
having-
Olympics.
I was having
period.
this
Thank you for putting it in perspective.
That shit's
That shit's
crazy. I was
insane,
having
bro.
this
I
conversation
was thinking about like,
Like,
that's insane.
I don't
Like,
think
that's
folks
insane.
I was like,
understand how
bro,
fast that is over
That's
Why
hurdles.
didn't
insane.
guy run the open 400?
Oh, listen.
That's insane. That's insane.
Why didn't he
Yeah,
run
to
open
that point.
400?
He might make a run at that 43.
45.9 with hurdles.
He might make a run at 43. That's insane. And thank you for saying
And
like
this
that.
is, when Michael
Holy
Johnson, when
shit.
he ran that 43, he long, tall guy, sleek, slender. This dude's short and bulky, dog.
Bro,
Holy shit.
I've been watching track and field a
on
long
hurdles?
time.
That's what I ran. I ran hurdles.
That's right.
I was a hurdle
I
guy.
think he was on that Drago.
That shit is.
Man, look.
I think he was on that Drago, dog.
I'm going to say two things.
And they ain't caught up with him yet.
One,
That's impressive, bro.
he been on that level all season. He's not a joke. Let me just put that part out there. Like,
So
no,
he been pressing.
he been
pushing
right there
45s,
He been right there
pushing
on.
45.
To accelerate after
I'm
the
gonna get to that
last
part.
hurdle,
I'm
bro.
gonna get to that part. Now, the times are coming from the track.
Yeah.
Okay. The track. That's why it's so many records being shot.
real time.
The
Yeah.
track. No, I'm saying the times that they
Okay,
running.
gotcha.
That track is
It's
going
sticky. Is it
you?
sticky?
If you go, no, it's Mondo.
Okay.
If you go run right now, if you go to Green Hill and run 100 meters, and we'll just say you run 10.9, right?
Yeah.
Right now, dressed in what you dressed in.
Yeah.
If we could send your body right to Tokyo and you do the exact same thing right behind that.
With
that
2 weeks of
10.9
preparation.
No 2 weeks preparation. Literally, if we can zap you from Green Hill to Tokyo, your 10.9, when you hit it again, it's going to be 10.6, 10.7.
Wow.
That track,
a fast track.
It's,
So
it's
it's a
super
performance-enhancing
fast.
track.
It's performance-enhancing track, first of all. Now let's get to that over
Get
the
that shit
last
out of here.
Well, they got some bounce up under that track?
It
Fine.
gets it back to you. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, that
Okay.
last 30 meters, actually,
It
because
gives
on my
back
show,
to you.
the last one, I had already told everybody how the race is gonna go because I've been watching them all forever, like
Yeah.
Warholm and Rae.
Yeah.
He's the American guy.
Yeah.
I said what's gonna happen is at the 120 marker, because Rae's on the inside. That's where he gonna win it.
Yeah.
Why? Because Rae gonna kick. He always kicks that 120. I said
Yep.
if he stay right there, he gonna catch him. And guess what happened?
He started catching.
Rae kicked. He started catching him. And then guess what Warholm did? From somewhere out of Spaceballs, he found a whole nother
He found the 7th, 8th.
And I'm like, wait a minute, Jack.
So he did catch him?
Two,
No.
3,
And
4,
He got
5,
close.
6
After
gears.
that last hurdle.
Six gears,
After that
bro.
last hurdle, he hit the 8th gear. And dude said, he accelerated again.
Like
bro.
literally right when they came over the
I've
last
never
hurdle.
seen
Yeah.
anybody accelerate that much, even in the open
Like
400.
that much
In that
on that last 30
he
miles.
accelerated, bro.
I'm gonna tell you like I told one of the kids in my gym. And when I compare black and white people, it's literally only based off genetics, okay?
Yeah.
Genetically, we are faster because our muscles are shorter.
Yeah.
That makes us be able to have quick twitch fibers and we can jump higher. That's just what it is. Genetically, white people, they have longer muscles so they can go more.
Yeah.
He should have had the oxygen, okay?
I think we actually represent that pretty well in this group.
Yeah, I think, yeah,
He
absolutely.
should have had the oxygen.
I like
But
evidence.
what you want me
50
to
miles
believe
of running right here. I'll never run 50 miles in my life.
in my
Ever.
life.
50
50 meters? Done.
Max is kicked at
don't
50
drop.
meters.
What
Yeah.
you want me to believe is over this last hurdle, they come in neck and neck. And this is why I like to say, I tell people, man, just whatever you think. What you
After
think.
Warholm started the race off in the full sprint,
Okay.
right?
They coming over the hurdle neck and neck. And I'm big on mechanics. Y'all know that.
Yep.
His chin is up. His form is not here. How soon as Rae and then come up that last hurdle, I say, oh, there's no way he gonna win now because Rae is finna kick. That's a natural black
Yeah.
person. Like we got speed. Wait. You got where? No. You don't have that gear, sir. You do not have that gear. If we talking Jeremy Warner, we talking over
Yo.
400. That's respectable.
You gotta watch
Hey.
that race when
Why?
I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna go back and
Jeremy
watch it.
trains in America. He done trained with Baylor coach.
That's what it
It's
is.
understand. Like y'all can't do about Jeremy.
Yeah.
No, sir, you don't have that.
Yeah.
He
You
don't
don't
have
have that.
Yeah.
You have it, but where'd it come from? That's my
Hey.
thing. Like where'd it come?
It
Again,
wasn't
That's the
performance
one.
enhancing.
That was
I'm not
the.
saying
Hey,
it
look.
did, but I'm just like, where did
Hey.
it come from? You gotta show
Everybody,
me
you know,
something.
you got that one white guy that's
he dies,
cool
he
with
dies.
the black guys.
He's not.
He can keep up. He can dance just like the black guys.
But
Like,
even if you look at
hey,
Jeremy, when
he
he
that
ran,
guy. That's all.
Jeremy was
Like,
pretty.
there's
He
some
was
fast white
mechanical.
guys out
Yeah,
there.
he was
You
another long
looked at
slender.
it, it was like,
He was
okay,
about
you should
6'1",
do that.
6'2", slender.
Warner.
Warhawk was.
Oh,
yeah.
Warhawk.
Warner was a.
No,
he was
Jeremy
a
was.
slender.
Oh, you talking about Jeremy? Yeah, no, now, yeah.
Jeremy should.
Center
He
field.
He
showed you
twitch.
like, nigga,
Yeah, I'm
here.
twitch. Yeah.
Warhawk was like, it's like
Really?
Like how
Edelman.
Julian
Edelman
you
running
gotta
the
watch it.
45
I'm watching it. I'm
How do you,
400.
I'm
how
watching
do
it.
you muscle
Crazy.
that? How do you do that?
Because
literally, like,
muscles are real, baby.
yeah, it's just.
I don't
and
know.
then I felt so
You better
bad.
take that.
I
Hey,
felt
some
so
white
bad
guys
for
that got that
Ryan.
go-go, bro.
Man.
Don't sleep on it, man. Hey,
Drago.
So
white guys got
so
go-go.
it was old girl Hassan from Netherlands that fell.
yeah,
Got tripped up.
You
got
tell
taken-
me.
Oh, that was
I saw-
amazing.
I saw a picture of her getting stepped on. I didn't know she won the
Amazing.
race.
Yeah.
She won.
got back up. Was
amazing.
dead last when she got back up.
Amazing.
Beat the whole pack.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That's insane.
And
bro.
you know
My,
that girl.
my
that-
daughter said, "Wow."
Yeah.
Jada was like,
I gotta go back and watch that. I
She
gotta go
fell
back and watch
down. Like,
So-
yeah,
so-
she still
so
won.
first of all, one of the
Go back
girls that
and
was
watch that.
tangled
That
up
was
with
really
her
good,
in that
bro.
fall was
Yeah.
right behind her. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think she placed, but she came in, third or fourth.
Right.
But you got to think the girl that was kind of fading at the end. When she sees her go past,
Yeah.
when she's watching the replay, she's got to be like, God damn.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest with you,
Like,
man.
That was
We really
amazing.
don't be thinking that because, to be honest with you, going into races, we all know who gonna do what.
Yeah.
You know, we
Yeah.
really just trying to do our thing and then try and hopefully pull something out, pull a rabbit out the air. But it's like the whole time I was racing Bolt, Tyson, Johan. Yeah, every race I went in thinking that I was gonna try and upset the world, but
No,
in
no.
the back of your mind, it's like, okay.
They
You
motherfuckers got
accept
it.
it. Yeah, they got it.
They got it.
That's
They just
why I
got
don't
it.
know how
They
they
got
won
it.
out
They
there,
got
but,
it.
you know,
Yeah.
I'm-
They
But
got
you-
it.
what struck me about that was like she was on a good pace before she fell, but nothing like
did you see
nothing like
the
what she.
women's 400 meter hurdles?
Yeah,
though?
I gotta give a
Yeah,
shout out.
I did.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
she killed,
that's
bro.
crazy.
I'm talking about
bro.
Sid and Delilah. And then I'm gonna tell you like this here. I love the fact that they both are beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
Them my baby sisters. They know I
That's
love these
insane.
niggas. Oh yeah, her and Delilah
And
Muhammad coming through
Delilah
that thing,
Muhammad, bro.
breaking records. Just, you
Represent
got
USA
M&M's,
wonderfully.
you got dark, and then you got the light. It's just like, oh man, run that again. Run that back. Run that back one more time, man. Run that
Yeah,
back
that
one
was
more
a
time.
great race to
Yeah,
watch.
that
Yeah,
was a beautiful race,
Great
man. Like
race to watch.
I was so hyped. I don't know if y'all seen my
Yeah.
what's the name. I was so hyped for that race, man, because
Yeah.
I knew they were gonna break the record. I knew both of them was gonna break
Yeah.
it, and the fact that they go at each other so
Yeah,
hard
buddy.
to hard.
And broke it by half a second. Broke
Half a
her
second.
own record
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
half a second,
Half a
bro.
second.
That's
Half a
work.
second.
And she ran 3 races this year? Mm-hmm. That's is that how you supposed to do
That's
it?
how.
That's how you supposed
That's
to do
it?
it?
That's another
That's good
reason
coaching,
why,
right?
That's another reason why Team USA keep not getting medals. If you really study track and field,
Yeah.
if you look at the people that got medals, go back and look at how many times they raced.
They respected their body.
And that's why now everybody who's on race take is like, damn man, you smart, you called it. No,
Duh.
no, duh.
So look at the history. Look at the history.
Look at the history. These folks,
Look at the
these folks
history.
done ran 10 races before the games, and your opponent done ran 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Do the math. What did I say? Do the math.
I don't know how many people watch that
Do the
race, but I
math.
watched the 10,000 meter, bro. And I just want to
Why?
take a shout out to Grant Fisher, bro.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one. I watched
I'm not
the
a 10,000
3,000 meter steeplechase where I stopped it.
I watched
Yeah.
the 10,000 meters.
You
Usually
watched
going
the
to
10,000.
Kenya.
Like, you watched the
It's
whole
going to one of
thing.
the African countries, dog.
You watched the whole thing?
Because it was an American, bro, that was right there in the mix, dog.
Nah,
And
no.
I've never seen an American. We usually like halfway on the other side of the track,
These are facts.
starting our last round,
Yeah.
our
I'm
last
with you.
lap.
That's
You know,
right. That's right.
This cat was in the like he was in the. It was 6 dudes.
He was in the 6.
He got 6th, bro.
Wow.
And I'm talking he was maybe 1-2 seconds behind the winner, bro.
Really?
And it was no gap. You know what I'm talking about?
When was the last time we finished American
I
finished
don't know.
that close?
I have
Like,
no idea, but that's why I couldn't change the channel. Typically, I'm changing the channel. I'm like, no, this dude.
10,000?
here.
Yeah, it's
Just
just
we had
not
another
what that
American.
is.
I don't know where I'm watching. I still haven't seen him finish the race. Still haven't seen him finish the race. I know he finished,
He coming.
but I ain't seen him finish. But Grant Fisher, he ran that kick. You know what I'm
Okay.
talking about?
It
And
kept up. Yeah.
I got to give a shout out to Grant
Yeah, hold
Fisher.
his own.
Shout out to Grand Fisher.
Shout out to Grant
So,
Fisher.
we
bro.
love
All right,
sprints.
Grant, I know I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
love the sprints.
the 10,000 don't do
Shout out to
nothing,
Grant
nothing,
Fisher.
nothing
I'm
for
a-
me.
I'm a-
It
me
don't do,
either, so
it don't do
like-
nothing for me.
Hey, you watch
stopped
Grant
at the
Fisher, bro,
temptation.
you might start watching it, bro.
10,000? No.
Watch Grand Fish. You gonna be proud to be an American.
I will be
That
proud
young buck
to
kicked
hear
in.
that he finished where he finished.
I'm gonna have to say you probably
Like,
would have
respect.
changed the channel on my 10K this morning.
Yeah, no, I think I changed the channel during the race, but I went back to it.
All right, I'm changing on any 10K.
All right, man.
All right.
I know we're a little bit long, y'all, but hey, it's a great show, man. I'm gonna have to admit, I'm gonna have to trim it down a little bit, when we go to the broadcast, but it's all good, man. We having fun today, bro. So, Jonas, you know what time it is. It's
Now,
our
what
favorite
time is it?
time.
I don't even know what time.
I
it is.
know,
We got
right?
tech time, baby. Hey,
Oh, 148,
you got
baby.
some
Let's get that.
obligations? You gotta
Let's
go
get
hoop?
that.
You gotta go hoop? Mark?
Hoop? Oh, no, not today. Not today.
Okay,
I'm here.
okay,
We're here.
okay. I know you've been getting it in. You're
Absolutely.
trying to get that Steph
Absolutely.
Curry, the contract.
Hey, it's more Lillard. It's a Damian Lillard.
Well, look, man,
It's a Damian Lillard. Yeah. I hit me a couple 30-footers.
Yeah.
we've been talking about racing all
real.
day.
Yep.
Yep.
We've been talking about running races all day.
Yep.
How you looking on time?
Well, technology.
Yep.
Wednesday's good for me.
We had a bipedal, a two-legged robot, ran a 5K for the first time ever, unsupported, no tethers, all on its own.
Oh, that's gonna break the world record. That's gonna do something stupid.
Well, to be honest, I mean, I think we can all outrun this robot at this point in time
I was about to say.
because it's about a 53minute 5K.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy
the fact that he
tweaks
did
is
it,
gonna mop the floor with
Well,
any
they're gonna
human
have to-
time ever.
It's
Easily.
it's not on the level of like Sifan Hassan
they
where
figured
it
out that
falls
quick
down and
twitch.
gets back up and wins. It falls down and it stays down for a minute.
Yes, that's where it's at. Yeah.
So it's gonna take a minute for him to get to get
Our,
that
our
right.
robot is here.
Yeah, no, it's they're
Now,
gonna.
It's
Yeah,
still,
that's-
still some things there.
They still
that-
got some tweaks.
Yeah,
That's
for
fine.
the-
But
That
right
shit's
now-
it's
right
gonna
now, I
mop
can
the
still outrun
floor
it.
with any human time, whatever. It ain't gonna matter.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna
But
be
for
close.
now-
But for now, enjoy.
For now,
Enjoy it while it lasts,
enjoy it while it lasts.
because it won't last long. I assure you that.
Yeah.
All right, and I know we've been running really long on time, but over the summer, Google DeepMind, which is a project. It's not a product. It's not a physical device. Google DeepMind is
So
a
that
project.
sounds scary.
Yeah.
So it's a department.
Yeah.
But they have done some stuff that, I mean, even just 5 or 10 years ago, I would have said this is not going to happen.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So talking about the robot, like,
Yeah.
like it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
So they have. Let's start with they are releasing every protein that they've ever been able to structure. They're releasing the physical structure of it to the
Molecular.
public, which is interesting from the point of like intellectual property and all that. But the real interesting thing there is they have that.
Yeah.
They've done all that.
Broken
Like,
down everything.
like all these different proteins. Not everything, because
Yeah,
we're still discovering new stuff. But everything that's been done, they've more or less been involved with doing. Not only that, but they've taken that same DeepMind project and turned it loose on some of the most complicated projects projects to do with protein folding and all that kind of stuff. Same time frame. And they've taken the same project, Google DeepMind, has been training this AI system, this machine learning system on games, and they're now confident to say that they have what they call generally capable agents, which is to say that they can take this piece of software, plug it into basically any video game or anything that they can simulate, and feed the inputs into it and get output from it. And it can win. It can compete at least.
Yeah.
So pretty much Space Jam,
Kind of like Space
the
Jam.
new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Like what?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're basically saying any game, anytime, anywhere, Google DeepMind can handle it. No. So previously, what you used to have to do for the benefit of people who may be listening, what you used to have to do, still have to do for most things, is you have to take a huge amount of information, huge amount of data, and feed it into this piece of software to train it. Just like a person has to train, you have to train and train and train and
You
train.
got to input to get output.
Right, to get output. Well, what you used to have to do on machine learning systems, you have to get very tight parameters of what you train it on.
Yeah.
So it'd be very strict about what you're feeding into it. And then you have to have something that you're using it on, something that you're applying it to, that's also very similar, very tight parameters that are close to the same as
Very
what you trained it
specific
on.
language.
Right. What Google DeepMind is doing is they're saying we're not even talking about training it anymore. We've done all the training. Anything you can throw at it, it can find a way to work its way through.
And
It will
understand-
problem solve.
Wow.
It'll solve the problem. Yeah, yeah.
It's understanding the parameters.
And the way we were talking about
That's all
problem solving
algorithms.
earlier,
That's crazy.
At the end
right?
of the day.
Of using math
Yep.
to solve problems. To
Yep.
say, I've seen how this works here.
Yep.
I see a problem that looks kind of similar to that. Let me try it. It's
Let me try it.
It's doing
And it
exact
can
same
try
thing.
it
And it can
a thousand
and it
different
can
ways
simulate
in
it
a matter
thousand
of,
different
like-
ways and just that
Yeah,
quick.
that's amazing.
insane.
That
bro.
really is Space Jam.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
Yeah. Space
Quan-
Jam was
quantum
what,
computing.
AI.
That is
Now,
Yes.
now they still can't recommend shows that I want to watch on Netflix consistently.
no doubt. No.
But
94%.
Yeah.
What you want to see?
Hey, all you need to watch on Netflix is this Startup.
Yep.
Startup, I hadn't
Yeah.
seen that.
I
Yep.
ain't either.
I mean, I
Oh,
don't watch a lot of TV.
You,
but
you watch Startup?
Yep.
it's
Fire.
good.
I gotta
Yep.
check that out.
You'll like it.
You'll
Yeah,
like
well,
it too.
You
man,
yeah, both of y'all like it.
Y'all like it.
I've been watching The Shy on Showtime, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
it's definitely
Yeah,
tech.
it's
It's
tough.
definitely
What was
tech
that?
talk.
It's
There was
TikTok. Yeah.
what's that show that was on? It was from a Tom Clancy novel, but it has the guy from Black Panther. That was.
It was good. It's on Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's on Amazon. That's right.
That was really fucking good too.
That
Yeah.
was some.
That was badass.
That was awesome.
What was it?
It's
It's Michael. Is it
Michael
Michael
B.
B.
Williams.
Michael
Mike
Jordan.
Michael B.
Michael
Jordan.
Michael B.
Yeah.
Hey, he was on
Who's
Space
a
Jam.
badass? Like
He was a
I love-
yeah.
I told
Michael
everybody
B.
Michael Jordan was
fucking
gonna be on Space Jam.
Right.
But yeah, it was one of the Tom Clancy. No Remorse.
Yeah.
No
Without
remorse.
remorse,
Without
without
remorse.
remorse.
Exactly. Amazon, bro.
Which was
a
an
must watch. That's a
awesome,
must watch.
which is an awesome novel. It's one of the few novels of that kind that my dad not only read the whole thing but
Okay.
liked it. But
That's what's up.
It's not based on a true story.
And maybe,
not exactly. No,
but
Is
it
it
has
very
some
real?
shit that
Almost everything.
absolutely
It has some-
it happened.
I mean, it has some. It has
Like
some
that happened
realistic-
before.
In
Yeah.
fact, I would actually say
slash.
Okay.
I would say
basically-
the Michael B. Jordan
movie
version
or a
has
show?
more
It's a movie.
realistic.
Okay.
Is more realistic to stuff that could happen, especially today,
Yeah, I agree.
than what the original. Like, because they did a movie or like a TV series of it, like
Oh,
20
yeah.
or 30 years ago.
Of the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was. I mean, it was good. It was good, but it
Right.
was
It's
like
not
it
what
wasn't
this
nothing
is.
like it wasn't nothing like
How
as fire as
this
the-
one.
This one.
This one has scenes that's just like,
Yeah.
oh, that was fucking amazing.
But it's
Like you're gonna love it, bro.
and obviously some of it's CGI'd and
Of course,
and
it's Hollywood,
everything.
but
Yeah.
it's really
But
well done.
There was
Hollywood.
also some stuff that was like that's how that works.
Yeah.
Like
So tell me this: how are our brainwaves working together right now?
the brainwave thing. I wasn't even gonna talk about that.
I want to talk about that.
But
one.
all right, so you guys have all worked on a team,
a group.
a group of
Yep.
something.
Common
when you're
goal.
working on something,
Common
especially a
interest.
team sport or something like that, where you're working towards a common goal,
Yep.
you get in sync, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like a good team, you start to get to the point that you like
Yep.
you can
Same beat.
you can do the no look pass
No doubt.
Yeah.
and
I know
and
where you're gonna
and
be.
know it's gonna
Yeah.
What they're saying is that not only when you say I'm getting in sync, we're getting in sync as a team. It's not just like you're not physically like your brainwaves actually synchronize.
Like chemical, like is this like some chemical stuff? Is it just like the way?
It's electrical.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's electrical.
it's
Really?
electrical.
Wow.
And what they're saying is that like there's no. This particular research paper was saying that like this happens even when it's not something like you can imagine if you're running plays over and over again.
Yep.
Like okay, well we just know
Yep.
because we keep running this play
Repetition.
over and over again.
Yeah.
Says
What they're saying is even if you're not doing the exact same activity over and over again, you get in sync, like your brainwaves start to get synchronized at that electrical level without there being a strictly repetitive physical thing.
Gotcha.
So so they're saying that like we don't even know how that happens.
Yeah.
Because like how does that brainwave know? Like it's one thing to say,
One
okay,
band,
we're
sound.
running the same play over and over again.
Yeah.
We're playing the same music over and over again. But they're saying that's not it. It's not just that you're doing the same thing over and over again, so everybody's synchronizing on that.
No doubt.
They're saying even if you're not doing the exact same thing over and over again, you can get to a point that your brainwaves just synchronize and it just happens.
Yeah.
And they don't know how that works.
It's actually well, it's weird they don't know how it works. I think that's a bunch of bullcrap because what you're saying is actually factual. So I'm a big history informational buff, right? Yeah. So what I had learned about, so they did an experiment, and this is all Google researchable. They did an experiment with monkeys and people, right? As they always do. So what they did was they noticed that it was actually off the coast of Africa. There was coconuts, right? And then they couldn't figure out how to get the coconuts down, right? Yeah. And then every time they got the coconuts down, they was getting dirty. And then the elderly people couldn't figure out, like they wouldn't eat it because it was dirty. So then it was like a couple of the younger generation, whatever, they started taking the coconuts to the water and then washing it off, right?
Oh yeah.
And so then what they found out after doing research was they found out that monkeys that was all the way on the other side of the world started doing the exact same thing. Like literally, they started taking their coconuts to the water, whatever, and washing off, and they couldn't figure out how in the hell, like, how did you know that?
Yeah. Right.
So they started doing an experiment on people, right? So they say they took like 12 people and they locked them in a room in England, right? Yeah. And they showed all these people one image, right? And asked them what did they see, So they all gave different versions of what they saw, right? So then they went back to another country. It was like Morocco or somewhere, and they kept showing 12 people the exact same image over and over and over and over again, right? So then they went back and got those same 12 people in England, put them back in the room and said, what do you see? And immediately every one of them saw the exact same thing. And they was there in the documentary I was watching then was pretty much explaining how, what you're saying, like our brain waves can link up no matter what, like per species. Yeah. So that's why it's like we can get in sync without even having to get in sync because we're the same species. Yeah. Birds can get in sync because birds around the world know to fly south, but who the hell told them? Yeah. It's like one bird was like, you know what, it's too damn cold up here. Let me see what's down here. And then when he kept doing it, everybody was like, man, I feel like it's too cold. So it's weird that what you're saying, I'm like, man, I studied that stuff like 3 years ago, and now they're. Well, but it's again how they piece stuff to us when they give it to us, so that your brain don't get too overwhelmed.
Well, and I think it's there's an establishment that doesn't want to accept certain things. Yeah. But like if you think about this, exactly. Like when 1600s, Isaac Newton. That's the one we remember as inventing calculus and a bunch of other stuff. But there was also Leibniz and 2 or 3 other people that were doing very similar things at the exact same time that nobody ever done.
Nobody talks about. Yeah,
nobody had ever done before. Einstein, we remember Einstein for coming up with general relativity. But at the same time that Einstein was working on that, there were half a dozen other people around the world that were working on the same thing.
Yeah. He was first.
He just happened to be first. But at that same time, there was all these other people who were working on the same thing that nobody had ever worked on before.
Right. Yeah.
And then and then we have computers, and then we have these other things, all these things that are happening, and all these people are working on them at the same time. Stuff that nobody's ever thought about doing before.
Right.
But all of a sudden, somebody over here is thinking about it. Somebody over here is thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And evolution.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's I have a slightly different take on it, but the same concept is like there's a right time for things to happen. Yeah. And they're going to happen whether you do it or I do it or Einstein does it. When the time is right, it's going to happen. Yeah. Somebody's going to do it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And by the way, my mom said that Just Mercy is actually based on a true story in Alabama.
Okay. Oh, right on.
Nice.
Right on. Right on. Just Mercy. Just Mercy? Is that the movie y'all talking about?
Yeah, the movie y'all talking
No,
about.
no remorse.
No remorse. She
Yeah.
said
Oh, no.
it's
Or-
based off of a true story in Alabama.
Oh, Just Mercy. That's a different. I saw that one.
Just Mercy's. Yeah,
That's
just
great. That's with
that's
Jamie
also
Foxx and
yeah.
I saw that was great.
That was
when-
also good.
That's the
That's great.
attorney.
Yeah,
I don't know.
When he was.
he was an attorney from Delaware.
They
Came
came
down
down
on the,
for
I
that.
guess she's saying
Yeah.
check that one out. It's based on a true story.
Yeah,
from
that's
Alabama.
Oh, she
I
just said.
saw that on
okay.
there.
But talk about learning something in
Offering
school. Now
it
that,
up.
now that you say that,
Yeah.
I remember my Mississippi history teacher told me that.
Hey, Mom.
Man, that's
by the way,
great.
whatever
Mr.
time it is,
Collins,
Christmas,
he
Yeah.
my
told
mom's
us that.
watching. Hey, y'all say hi to my mom.
Yeah, what's up? What's
Stuart.
up, mama?
I'm
How y'all
I'm
doing?
sorry.
How y'all doing?
It was Mr.
How you
Stewart.
doing, mama?
Mr. Stewart.
How
Yeah.
you doing, mama?
Yeah,
I'd have missed
Thank
Stewart.
you.
he'd be
watching.
mad at me if I got his name wrong.
Just Mercy was a great
Yeah,
movie.
Coach Stewart.
Rest
Yeah,
in- rest in
so
peace.
check it out.
Yeah.
Mama, please tell your friends subscribe to Noonish.
Yes.
But yeah, I will. It's the right time for everything, right?
It is. I think it's time.
Right now, the right time
It
is.
is.
for us to say goodbye. It's hard. It's hard. We've had
It
a great
is.
time. Hey,
This has
Ray,
been good.
did you have a good
2
time coming
hours?
back, bro?
Yeah,
Hey,
whole
it seemed
two.
like 30 minutes,
Yeah.
bro.
They went.
2 o'clock.
That flew.
Bye,
Yeah.
There's
Bye,
no way
man.
we started at 12 and it's 2 o'clock.
Hey, man, we started talking about that track, dog. And hey, man, we just got
That's
into
good
it,
shit.
man.
Absolutely.
Always.
But
That
hey,
was great, man.
Ray won't be back next week, unfortunately, but we got another great guest, Miss Lexi Drew, coming in the house, you know. Young, upcoming rap star. You know, the first female Eminem is what I call her. She called
Nice.
it with a
She
little,
called it.
little white Nicki Minaj going on.
Right,
But hey,
right.
Talking about.
we gonna see you next week in the
Right.
house, man. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a good time.
Good
Jonas coming with the hard stuff, tech talk.
Love
Mark
it.
coming with the great information on everything else. You know what I'm saying? This guy's
I know what you're talking about.
half-man information.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I'm just J.A., man. But hey,
I'm just finishing all my drinks, baby.
we're gonna
You know
see
what I
y'all
mean?
next week. We got this little sipper. Hey, make sure y'all come back to Noonish. Subscribe, like.
Feel free to get some screwball and drink it with us.